Hello everyone, how you doing? Welcome to another Sovsit stream. Hope you're excited because we have some interesting stuff today. I'm excited to show you the new sovereign citizen I found. So yeah, welcome. Happy, what's today? Wednesday? Is today Wednesday? I think so. Cool beans. Got out of work, wasn't too bad. Hope y'all are getting out of work soon or already are out. Today we have all sorts of Sovsit videos to take a look at. If you like the stream, do me a favor, hit the like button on YouTube. If you're watching the VOD, hype the video, I'd appreciate it. If you want to support the show, you can always become a member on YouTube or use Super Chats, and on Twitch you can use subscriptions and bits. Let's see what I missed in chat, and then we can just jump into it. Altered Undying, thank you for a 7-stream streak, says 43 is 7, and that's my streak happenstance, or does it mean more? Altered Undying also says, been here 43 months, it's my anniversary. Well, happy anniversary. It's not just happenstance. I think you should build an entire conspiracy around this. Obviously, it's universally significant. Lady Ann, thanks for a 7-stream streak, says, dyed my hair today for the farmer's market. I like to keep it dark red, better matches my mental self-image. Nice! Bittergrin, thanks for 65 months, much appreciated. Gray Freya, thanks for 24 months, that's a 2nd anniversary, thank you. Bumble Homestead with 100 bits says choo choo, as we are now on a hype train. If you want to help out with the hype train and support the channel so we can continue what we do, you can always use bits or subs. We are at 68% to level 1. Alright, well that train's going, let's get started with our first video, shall we? Lance, thanks for 33 months, says, hello, nerds. Hello back, fellow nerd.
Stay in your vehicle, okay?
Hi.
I'm pulling you over. Sit in your car now.
Think I'm telling what to do.
Ma'am, sit in your car. Okay, I'm detaining you. Take your hands out of your pockets now. Put your hands behind your back now.
I'm putting your hands on a private individual here.
Okay.
Ooh, a private individual? That's so different than everyone else.
What's that?
I had to use the restroom.
Okay, I'm stopping you because your registration's expired.
So what? I'm federal.
You're federal.
Yeah, I'm federal. Meaning I am federal.
That's interesting. They don't normally want federal citizenship. Normally, sovereign citizens or state nationals or whatever they're calling themselves try to get rid of the authority that the federal government has over them and state governments. But apparently in this instance, she thinks saying she's under the federal government is going to help her. She is under the federal government. Everyone in the United States is. She just also happens to be under the purview of state governments, you know. 10th Amendment and all. Sweet Lily Love with 100 bits says, have some sovereign bits. Thank you.
I'm 621. I got one detained.
I am federal.
Federal what?
Federally disabled person.
Okay. Well, the only reason I'm stopping you is because your registration expired in October.
Okay.
I'm going to pat you down now. Do you have anything on you?
Anything as far as that?
Drugs, needles,
You're gonna
weapons,
go through my
anything?
private thing? Okay. You do what you gotta do.
Okay. Do you have anything on you?
Yep, I'm protected by the laws of the Constitution of the United States of America and secured in my person and my property.
What's your...
Again, do these people even actually read the parts of the Constitution they cite? Your 4th Amendment right is against unreasonable search and seizure. It does not mean you can never be searched or seized. Ah!
What's your name? What's
God's
that?
name.
You what?
God does not speak to God's personal name.
I'm sorry, what was that?
You what?
God does not speak to God's personal name.
God does not speak God's personal name. She's doing great.
What do you mean by that? You have a driver's license? Can you tell me your name?
She just said God doesn't speak God's name. Clearly she's God here.
You're not gonna give me anything.
Yeah, she probably is calling herself God. That's a thing in some woo-woo circles, some of which cross over with sovereign citizens occasionally. It's like New Age stuff where, like, you're a god and everyone's a god and you're all connected to Source. It's a bunch of fucking bullshit.
Okay, I'm gonna ask several times. If you continue to refuse, then we're just going to jail for obstruction, okay?
Doesn't Cameron call himself God sometimes? Basically, yes, he says, I am the I am, you are the I am, you know, all that sort of stuff. Minute and a half left on the hype train.
I am justice. I'm justice and equity.
I am justice. Are you Batman?
I am pure. And I'm equitable.
Alright, we're gonna walk over here. Do you have a
You're
wallet?
not going to push me.
Overthought says, so her name is Alanis Morissette. Isn't that ironic? Wow. Dogma joke. Very nice. Stone Corbell, thanks for gifting a sub. Much appreciated. And Nemesaur, thank you for 10 tier 1 subs.
Okay.
Because this is my body.
Okay.
I'm not public. I am private.
Okay. Do you have a wallet?
Nope.
Okay.
Not with an ID because I don't need an ID because you are... I have free will as a human. Not a person, as a human. I had to pee, so I got in the car. He was speaking to me, and then he just decided to come over and touch me.
Okay, what'd you pull over for?
Registration expired.
Okay.
I already told her that's fine.
Okay.
And then
so,
immediately...
Yep, touching me without any reason
so she got
whatsoever.
out, that's why you detained her.
You were being detained. He handcuffed you. That's why he touched you.
Because I had to pee. I went to...
Again, like, why do these people think cops are never allowed to touch you? Have they seen the stuff cops are allowed to do to people? Quasispec, thanks for 1,000 bits.
walk into Taco Bell.
Not initially. I started talking to her first, and then...
No, you said to get back in your car, and I said, why I have to pee?
Okay. All right, so what would you like to do at this point? Did she already
Well,
give you...
she's refusing to give me a name, and then started talking about God and all these other things.
I'm sorry, God protects me. I am protected by God.
Where is he right now? I don't think he's protecting you right now from the arrest you're about to get. Sekhmet, thank you for gifting 5 tier 1 subs, and I think getting us over level 5 of the hype train.
She's not giving me anything.
Are you willing to give us your name? It sounds like he pulled you over for a traffic infraction.
Okay, but I don't have to because I'm a federally disabled person.
Do you have a wallet?
See, that's interesting. I've never heard anyone try to claim that the ADA has any bearing on sovereign citizen stuff. Why would she believe that having a disability exempts her from registration? They're completely unrelated. I don't know what disability this woman may have, and that's completely valid, assuming she has one, but it has nothing to do with driver's license or registration or insurance. It's a complete non sequitur. Ashley with 50 bits says, God looking down, I take no responsibility for this crazy lady. That's my God voice for some reason. Ooh.
With my cash, but that's it, because I pay in cash or kindness.
Do you have a driver's license?
No, I do not.
Okay. Have you been ever issued one? Can you tell us your name?
Yes, under the Constitution of the United States, I have protection. So,
Okay. Do you want to provide us with
You
your
want to
name?
be more
well,
specific?
you are not federal officials, so...
So, because you're on the public roadway, he pulled you over for
Don't do that voice again. I could go deeper.
expired registration.
That's what he said.
And I'm a federal protected person.
Okay, well, we still can request your name and you have to provide us with your information. Because if you don't want to provide us with your information, you're going to be under arrest.
The person is Tammy J. Smith. Okay?
And that person is you?
That is the entity. That is my estate.
Do you have a date of birth?
Do I? No.
Can't come 617.
The straw man has my birth date, clearly.
God doesn't have a date of
Sekhmet, thanks for another gifted sub.
birth, man.
So you're saying you're God?
Yeah, spirit is in me. Okay? I'm not a you. I'm not a taxpayer. I'm not a person. I'm a... Dude.
Okay.
Okay, so she doesn't even think everyone's God like a lot of these woo-woo people. She legitimately seems to think she's better than most people. Oh boy.
Yeah, I am sorry, but I understand what is going on here, but I have all the protections. I have my name is leaned. I have all the proper documentation. But I just
Her name is leaned. That doesn't make sense. You can't put a lien on someone's name. You can only put liens on people's property, like things they own that can be transferred and sold, not intangible things like names. liens don't work on Fey logic.
Just don't carry it with me, okay? So if you would like to try to make me public, then do whatever you want. But under federal law, common law, I have the right to be private and secured. So.
Yeah, you have a right to be secure in your persons, papers, and things. But the thing is, right now you're under investigation and being arrested, so you can be searched if they're taking you into custody for officer safety reasons. You don't even have to agree with it, but you need to understand that that's the law as it stands.
Alright, we're gonna go sit in my squad car for a few minutes.
You want to shut
Get out
this?
of the cold, alright?
I really have to use
A minute left on the hype train.
Okay, well, you are. At this point, if we just would have went along with
So names are unalienable. God damn it.
the traffic stop and cooperated with everything, we could have been done with it.
I am cooperating. I'm letting you know that under federal law, I am protected.
Okay.
Do you feel real protected right now?
Alright, Tammy, I'm gonna give you one last chance to give us some information, otherwise we're taking you to jail, okay?
Oh my god, they're even giving you a final chance. They've given you so many opportunities. Please, please, just give them your name. Please give them your driver's license.
For me to give you, I gave you the information you asked for, and I have to pee.
Okay. Go
There's
ahead
nothing-
and step out, okay?
What
We're gonna
else?
search you, alright?
What else is there to even...
Tea Time Tea says protected by federal law like a migratory bird.
Please, what?
You got anything on you you're not supposed to, Tammy?
No, there's nothing that's illegal on me.
Okay.
I don't break the law.
Inside her possession, they locate loose change, a smoking pipe, 2 vape devices, a lighter, and her cell phone.
Dramatic voice for a vape. Sekhmet says her jacket looks cool AF. Exposure is so late 90s. I miss when things were extreme. Thank you for the hype train, everyone. Much appreciated.
A records check shows the vehicle's registration had already expired back in October 2024.
Hey, yeah, my money...
Also, why 2 vapes? You have 2 vapes? Is the second one in case the first one dies? How much are you vaping in a day?
Is in my truck.
Okay. Well, we gotta do an inventory of it, okay?
Okay, that's great. Why are you arresting me? I'm just kind of curious.
For obstruction.
What obstruction have I done? Did I retain arrest?
Maybe one is weed and one is nicotine. I guess I hadn't considered that.
Did I touch you? Did I hurt you in any way, shape, or form?
No, you obstructed by not giving any information, okay?
Why should I give private information?
Because I pulled you over for a traffic stop, and
Why is private information is not public?
okay, some stuff does when it pertains to.
And I gave you the name. You asked me the name. I gave you the name. So why are you detaining me? Under federal law, I am protected.
All right, so your
I'm
vehicle.
so curious what guru she's listening to.
You can either you're staying in here.
I'm trying to listen to
Okay.
you.
Okay.
Yeah, and why am I staying in here?
Okay. So your vehicle, you can either keep it there, but if it stays there for more than 3 days, it'll be towed, or you can let us back it up and put it here. Which one would you like us to do?
Why would I be gone for more than 3 days?
I'm just saying if the vehicle sits there for more than 72 hours, it can be towed.
Well, I'm just trying to understand what exactly is going to happen with me and my body that is
It's going to be taken to the
not under any public law.
It's going to be taken to the Jerome.
Again, just straight up believes the laws don't apply to her. Interesting. She seems very sure of it. She's acting incredibly smug. She almost seems like she's embarrassed for the officers, even though there's no reason for her to be. Huh.
Combs Detention Center in Kankakee.
You're going to take me to Kankakee right now?
Yes, in a few minutes.
For what?
For obstruction.
I didn't obstruct anything.
Okay. Your vehicle. Do you want
Why
it?
are you lying? Why are you lying?
I haven't lied about anything.
That's not that. The right to remain silent is not obstruction, and you are right.
Your right to remain silent does not mean you have the right to not identify yourself upon a traffic stop. You are not to be forced to incriminate yourself, but you can be asked basic information, like who you are. Again, this is in a traffic stop.
Violating my rights.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, because
And everything's
you are
on camera.
totally violating my rights right now. As a federally protected employee.
Just a peach with a $1 tip says, I posted an old squishy gardener video in the live stream chat of someone from where I grew up that I had to call my dad and ask if I knew. The answer is yes. Let me see. I might have already pulled them up for today. I did. I already pulled that video up. Small world that you know that person. Interesting.
Of a federal government.
What are you an employee of?
My federal government.
What job do you do?
The government?
What's your job, beach?
Anytime you're a disabled person, it's your agency. So you become a government employee.
No, what? What are you talking about?
What
Being disabled doesn't make you a government employee.
What do you have?
Well, I've been disabled since 2000 because I have thoracic outlet syndrome, which they had to remove a rib. They had to cut out part of my muscle, and I still need another rib removed.
Okay.
So, yes, I am permanently and totally disabled.
Okay.
Okay.
Your vehicle. Which one do you want? If you're not going to
Just
give me an
pull it
answer.
over and just grab my money out of there. Please.
So you want us to back it up and put it there?
Sure. Just
Okay.
pull my money over out of there.
Okay. All right, go ahead and...
Why are you going to even arrest me, man? I've got kids. Jesus.
Oh,
You
you
have
have kids. I didn't realize that. Let her go. Remember how people with kids can't be charged with crimes? Let her go, Dano.
At home. How old are they?
My kids are 21 and older.
Okay.
I have grown kids.
They're not even children. I have kids. They're in college and not in my house, and I don't know why I'm bringing this up.
Kids
Okay.
who just literally helped me get my cash so
Okay,
I can
go
actually
ahead.
get my heat fixed.
All
right,
right,
go ahead and
maybe call one of the kids. They'll bail you out.
Ma'am.
No, because you're violating my rights because I've had the right to remain silent, and you're telling me I'm obstructing justice by remaining silent.
Go ahead.
Again, you don't understand that the right to remain silent doesn't mean you literally have the right to never answer a single question asked of you in every situation. It's your right against self-incrimination. It's not the right against telling the cop your name.
Turn more.
Please, explain to me.
Put your feet
I would
over.
like an explanation. You
Yeah,
owe me an
I
explanation.
I have.
I am an officer as well.
What are you an officer of?
Excuse me? Of my government.
Okay.
You know, my cash is in there. Are you kidding me? God, you people are not educated, are you? No. Yeah, see, only trustees and beneficiaries are in the United States.
Or are we in the mumbling to ourselves to reassure, self-soothe that we're not wrong phase? I see this from sovereign citizens. This is a weird thing they do. When they either get in the interrogation room or they get in the back of the cop car by themselves, they kind of mutter to themselves about how right they are and how wrong the cops are. It's so interesting. It's like they're trying to reinforce their own beliefs despite the evidence that is in their face right now that it's not true. You are currently arrested in the backseat of a cop car. It's pretty clear you're wrong about this, you know what I mean? But she's convincing herself she's right. Wait till she says her job? Oh god. Is she like a teacher or something?
Cool. Well, I don't go into your courts.
You don't think that's Sobsit specific? I don't either. It's a fascinating piece of human psychology.
Mm-hmm. No, it's an entity. That's what a capital name is. It's an entity, isn't it?
No.
And my body is not. Human is a non-person, a non-taxpayer. So you do what you want with that information, but nope. How do you take in a secured party?
What's that?
How do you take a secured party to the detention center?
What's happening?
Party?
Yeah, a secured party.
Sorry, I had a pop-up for a second.
What's a secured party?
Well, a secured party isn't the debtor. They're the secured party. How do you do that?
Most likely you'll see a judge tomorrow.
The pedo meme stock guy did it too. Houston Wade. He did.
Hey, you're going to keep me...
I think in his case it was more to try and be like, oh, I'm in this room alone and I'm talking about not knowing what they're talking about, so obviously I'm innocent. That felt more like a tactic. This feels like self-soothing.
Overnight?
Yes.
Why? Are you serious?
Yes, ma'am.
For humans. This is how it works for humans? This is...
Yes, they actually, believe it or not, they built the jail for humans specifically. Not like drafts. I think the roofs would be much higher if it were for drafts.
How you treat humans? But I am a judge.
You're fucked! I'm a judge, you're fucked!
Yes! Oh my god, not...
How did I never put I'm a judge, you're fucked on the soundboard?
Okay. Do you understand common law? Do you understand common law?
Where are you the judge?
Okay, under common law, under federal common law, the trustee is the judge, the justice and equity.
There's no trustee because there's no trust to speak of here. You are a human being arrested by a police officer. None of this is trust law.
In the end, she is taken into custody and cited for expired registration, while also being charged with obstructing identification after repeatedly refusing to identify herself. However, that charge doesn't hold. Prosecutors later declined the obstruction charge, stating that simply refusing to provide information without giving false details does not meet the legal threshold for the offense.
That's unfortunate. I think failure to present is a specific law in other states, or maybe it even is in that state, but they didn't charge correctly. Don't know. Anyway, with those out of the way, I think it's time to get into the person in the title, Mel Fletch. This is a new sovereign citizen that I've kind of been vaguely aware of. I've seen some of her posts, but I haven't really gotten into her stuff until the last couple of days, because Mel Fletch, much like Cataspinda, has now lost her home. It's very interesting, so we're going to watch some of her stuff. She got into the sovereign citizen thing, and she has lost her house for not paying property taxes at minimum. I do not know if she's stopped paying the mortgage, but regardless, the house was foreclosed on, and we'll see some of that. So, I don't know. Let's see maybe some of her stuff prior to the eviction, and then we'll get into the eviction stuff and her videos talking about it. What's this one?
Hello, my friend.
I think this is prior to the foreclosure. I think this is just her talking about some of the SobSit stuff.
So, I've been doing all these processes and haven't had much success. Well, I don't want to say I haven't had success. I've had a lot of success in things, but there's a lot of stonewalling from the corporation. So,
She means the state.
it's our job to hold these people accountable for their wrongdoings. And there's only certain ways you can do that. And it's by using their own codes against them. So
I thought you said codes aren't binding. Sovereign citizens say that all the time, that codes aren't law.
today's been a very long day for me.
Although it is rules for the corporation, so they have to follow it. Ho ho.
But I had a win today, and I'm very excited to share this with you guys. Sorry, my eyes, they're dry, and so that's why I keep blinking, because I've been driving all day. We went to Tarrant County to try to record some documents, and that wasn't able to.
Quasispec says people losing their house is so damned sad, but I do want to enjoy them getting their comeuppance in some small way. I wish they could just bash in a few windows and pull them out of the house. I'm split on it. On the one hand, I don't ever want anyone to not have a home. I think people should have a right to a home, somewhere safe where they can sleep and be safe and have some privacy. I think that should be a human right. On the other hand, frankly, being an American in 2026, do you know how tired I am of seeing people live in alternate reality conspiracy theory land and not having any consequences ever? I'm kinda tired of it. I'm kinda tired of people divorced from reality never being held to account for their beliefs. So, when you see certain people following delusional beliefs and there are actual consequences, it can be satisfying. It feels right. It feels like for once, things make sense. So while I'm not happy that she will not have a place to live, I am relieved that she isn't allowed to do whatever she wants and disregard things that she agreed to, just so she can go around and pretend that the law doesn't apply to her.
Happen because Tarrant County is very corrupt and they did not want to help us. So today we drove to Parker County to try to get a document recorded.
Yeah, she's from Texas, although she would say she's not from the state of Texas. She would claim she's from the Republic of Texas. She thinks that Texas should still be its own independent country and thinks that it being added to the U.S. was not legal.
And
she's wrong.
The public record through Tarrant County. That didn't happen there either. And I'm going to share the video with you of our interaction with the actual county clerk to show you just how corrupt they are.
They won't take my sovereign citizen paperwork. They must be corrupt. I can't be wrong.
Now we went to Hood County over in Granbury and we met this beautiful woman. And I'm not going to give her name yet here. Because I
remember the Alamo. I'll remember the Alamo for how cool it was that Mexico took it back, because Mexico banned slavery by that point, but Texas didn't. So I think Mexico should have won.
I still kind of want to protect her. But it's funny because when we took our document, and I'm going to show you here real quick. This is the document that I took in, and you can see that I have my red fingerprint and I have a stamp on here to make my document.
Oh, damn it. Sorry.
You can see
that signature isn't at a 45-degree angle. That's 35 at best. No wonder you're failing.
That I have my red fingerprint and I have a stamp on here to make my document of the living being. Because
oh yeah, you need a stamp for that.
I am of flesh and blood. I am a child of God. And that indicates that as so.
That's crazy. You must be the only Christian in Texas, because we all know there aren't any religious people in Texas.
And lawful. And so, this is something that I did today. We went to Granbury, and the young lady in Hood County recorded the document for us with no problem. Didn't need my driver's license. Didn't even need the cover sheet that I had taken in. She saw the cover sheet and she wasn't going to charge me another $4 for the cover sheet. She just said, you don't need the cover sheet, and she recorded the document. This is what their job is, guys. The county clerks have no business reading your documents to see what you're recording. Their job is to just record the document. Plain.
Make them file your frivolous bullshit. Terradona says, did you file that in triplicate? Doesn't count if you didn't.
And simple. There is something in my document that the corporation doesn't like, and it's that wording of HJR 192 of 1933. When they see that, they freak out, and they don't know what to do. So
I don't know what she's specifically referencing there.
So this young woman, she's a little bit more awake than some of these other ones, but she recorded the document for us with no qualms, and even asked us at the end, you know, why there was a stamp on our document, what the stamp meant, why was there a red thumbprint, and she even asked if the red thumbprint had to do with the straw man. So
Oh no, that person knows about sob sits. I hope there's someone like us that just finds it interesting and they're not one themselves. Bumble Homestead with 50 bits says, I'm from Tarrant County. There's a huge joint reserve base for the U.S. and Armed Services. What the fuck, lady? Her deceased husband was in the military.
We are
Probably why she's in the area with the big military base.
waking people up, guys, but this is what we have to do to be able to get these people to operate correctly. So
That's actually one of her problems. One of her excuses for not paying property taxes is that her husband was an injured veteran. In Texas, I don't know if it's all veterans or veterans that have been injured in war, they can be exempt from property taxes. So while her husband was alive, they could have, if they filed. I don't think it's automatic. You have to sign up with some paperwork and file it with the state. But if it's all properly filed and they approve it, then you don't have to pay property taxes. That's a thing. He died, though. If the husband dies in a situation like that, you have to fill out paperwork to make sure that transfers to you as the spouse. It can be transferred to the spouse in case your partner dies, but she has not done any of this paperwork. I don't even know if she knows it exists. So I'm assuming they sent her notices over and over about her taxes, and she just ignored it until the point where she loses her house.
I hope y'all can take something away from this. I don't sit here and spin my wheels and try to tell you guys to do this stuff for my health. I try to do this because I want you guys to be free. I don't want you to be slaves anymore. I don't want to be a slave
Slavery is being accountable to literally anybody.
anymore. And we shouldn't have to be. We were born into this system, and now it's time for us to change it. So this was a win today. And hopefully this is going to help save my property. So,
Spoilers! Nope.
if you guys want to know any more, you can reach out to me. I'm happy to help. Y'all have a good day. Bye.
Oh.
I know.
I don't care about the filing itself, I don't think.
So I am at the Tarrant County Courthouse today. As you can see, the courthouse behind me. I am here to record documents into said case that they claim to have, that they can't provide the contract that they have. Here's my, sorry, did that wrong. My documents that I'm bringing.
Wannabe says, I'm from Texas and I have to laugh at people that think Texas joining the U.S. was illegal. That's almost as funny as the ones who say we can leave anytime we want. It's in the paperwork that we would have to get it approved by the U.S. Congress and a bunch of other hurdles. Didn't Texas join the United States twice, technically? Once originally, and then again after they were forced back after the Civil fucking War? Just a thought.
Today, there's probably at least 80 or so pages of documents that I have sent via registered mail. Some of them they've accepted registered mail, others they have not. One registered mail in particular is still sitting at the Jack D. Watson post office that they have failed to go pick up. And so out of courtesy, today I brought them a copy of what was mailed to them because I don't want any misunderstandings. And since I've already put notice in the paper, it's a done deal. They cannot continue to come after me. And since they've all signed registered mail that they received my documents and they failed to rebut my affidavits, they failed to rebut my claims, well, in their world, that stands as truth, right?
No, not right. You're incorrect. You can't just send a bunch of claims to the state in a nonsense document, and then if they don't directly respond to you, assume that everything in your document is true. That's not how it works.
And when you send mail, just because they didn't go pick it up doesn't mean they didn't receive it, right? Because that's the crap they pulled with me.
Why do you think your mail is legally binding?
They said they sent a certified letter, or LB Construction said he sent a certified letter to let me know that I needed to be out of my house, except I never received it. And when I tracked it, I don't even know where it went. So it did go back to him on February 14th. So he doesn't have a green card receipt showing any signature that it was received or not received.
Okay, but you know about it, you're talking about it, so you're clearly informed about the foreclosure. So you're not uninformed. Are you trying to say because you didn't get the letter, you're uninformed? But you can't be uninformed because you're talking about the letter you're claiming you didn't get. So you are informed and you know everything that's going on. See what I mean?
So I don't know why a court would let him mail one letter and no proof of who received it, no proof of who signed it, but yet I have multiple signatures from people receiving my registered mail, and everybody has remained silent. So I'm just here today to put it on the record, all of the documents that I have received, or not received, sorry, the ones that I have mailed, that I've received the receipts. I'm just here to make good on that with clean hands and make sure everything's on the up and up. So we'll see how that goes.
She's so cheery. It's a little sad. Just a Peach with a $1 tip says, the VA also does the property tax. Oh, Virginia. Virginia does the property tax thing for retired vets, and they told us that I would have to file paperwork if he died to move it to me. Filing the original paperwork took like 45 minutes with wait time. I would think that Texas wouldn't be much harder. Yeah, this is a problem she very much created for herself. She could have solved this. If there isn't an issue with her not paying her mortgage, because the only one I'm positive of is the tax issue. There could be mortgage issues, but I'm not positive. There are definitely tax issues. So if it was only the tax issues, she could have solved this. Hydrate. Will do. With much less effort than any of the sovereign citizen stuff. And of course it would be effective. Unlike the sovereign citizen stuff.
He is going to...
Nope, not that one. Okay, here's some video of the eviction.
So this is today at my house, my domicile in the Republic of Texas. This is Mr. Larry Branch, who claims he owns
Ooh, a Stairmaster. That's good.
the house now. Who doesn't? But they gang pressed me this morning to get me out of my house with no judge's order. All they have...
It's a foreclosure. There's a judge's order. There's actually pictures of it. Hold on. This is stuff that's all on her door. Some of it's the eviction notice. Some of it is stuff that she filed on the door to try and, like, counter the things that they put on the door. So she took some of their, like, eviction stuff as well, or the foreclosure documents, and did the SOBSIT thing on them. Accepted for value, returned for value, writing at 45 degrees, I'm not accepting your offer to contract, you get it. So she did get all this documentation, she even wrote on it. Oh, this one's pretty funny, look at this. Rebuttal of presumption of death by affidavit. And she literally, like, taped a picture of herself to it. Flesh and bones likeness. Also, that's an old picture. That's an old picture. Before me, the undersigned notary, Fletcher and Melanie, a woman, heretofore and hereinafter, affiant, who being the first duly affirmed and identified and in accordance with the law hereby states and affirms, 1, that a certain instrument referenced herein stylized as certificate of live birth, issued by the Office of Issuer, State of Texas, bearing the registration Melanie Ann Fletcher, evidences a presumption of death of the affiant, recorded on December 14th, 1973. That said, certificate of live birth evidences a rebuttable presumption that can be disproved by evidence showing the one presumed to be dead is living. This is all based on the sovereign citizen idea that they consider you a dead entity through your birth certificate, which is why the government can have control over it, because they think the government can only control dead entities. Not a thing. I don't even know what the fuck that means. It's not true, though. Anyway, continuing. Any and all admissions of the divine legal estate of the affiant are based upon said evidence of presumption of death. Certificate of live birth are void ab initio to December 14th, 1973, when said certificate was filed into the public records. Basically saying it is backdating the fact that it is void all the way back to its origination. It is void. It's not, but she's claiming that it should be. All titles to the corpus and legal estate of the affiant shall revert back to the affiant under the provisions of the Sesti KV Act of 1666. Ooh, we're citing laws from the 1600s in our legal document? Wow, that's pretty good. That the purpose of this affiant is to rebut any and all presumptions of death of the affiant, to include the revesting of title of all property. She's trying to gain control by nonsense paperwork. None of that is helping her. That goes straight in the trash because it doesn't mean anything. Here's another one she posted. She also highlighted everything in this. At least the top part. Kind of feels like if you highlight this much, you just shouldn't have highlighted it. Or just use yellow paper. I don't know. Tea Time Tea says, I don't see any bones in that image, so it's void. Public notice. Notice to agent is notice to principal. Notice to principal is notice to agent. Tarrant County Court at Law. Case numbers and stuff. LB Construction, Larry Branch v. Melanie Fletcher by secured party creditor. Special divine appearance. That's a David Straight wording. Special divine appearance. Notice of default judgment, ab initio, and final summary judgment, void judgment, ab initio, state of Texas, verification, private default judgment, having the same effect as res judicata, res judicata, and the stare decisis petitioner, Melanie Fletcher, secured party creditor respondent, LB Construction. So this document, she thinks that she is issuing a default judgment in her own case. Not allowed to do that. Obviously, the judge has to do that. You can't unilaterally say, this case is closed. That's not how that works.
That is a
Felix, thanks for a 20 stream streak, says here's to 20 more.
electronically printout, black and white printout of a writ of possession, which he never got because the judge never signed the order and they didn't produce an order. So they're here stealing my house, taking everything out, claiming that they gave me notice, which there's never been notice. There was even never notice of a sale. No notice of a sale, no contract.
I don't think it was sold. They're foreclosing and the property is reverting to the person that you owe money to.
No judge's order, and yet here they are.
Again, there has to be a judge's order. They wouldn't be there if there wasn't.
All at my house, telling me they're going to criminally trespass me against my own house too.
It's not your house anymore, so they can trespass you. I think your concern right now, realistically, should be, I need to rent a U-Haul and get all of this stuff. If you have some friends, get them together. Try and move all the stuff that's your property on the lawn into a storage facility. Because all your shit's gonna be gone if you don't grab it soon. Genuinely concerned for her. As much as I don't like her and she's wrong, her priorities are fucked at this point.
But they ambushed me because they all hid out here on the side of the house today. Some of these are ghost cards, not even marked. But
okay,
this is what they do. This is what they do in America. This is what they do to Americans, because these people are in British territorials in the United States corporation, not part of America. So this is happening today.
Tea Time Teases, I think eviction is bullshit, but it's hard to feel bad for someone in this kind of neighborhood who just didn't do the right paperwork. Yeah. It's one thing if it's you can't afford it. If terrible things have happened and you can't afford it, I understand. That's terrible. But this is entirely self-induced.
Hey, and another ritual that these guys are really keen on. So stealing people's stuff, that's what they do. We pay their salary, and then they come here and steal from us. That's how
I mean, you don't pay taxes, apparently, so.
it works, guys.
She's a Trump supporter, by the way, if that also makes you feel anything.
You want me to contact an attorney because it's written in the docket that I was unserved and they closed the case, yet you guys decided to be here.
No. You claimed that. The judge didn't. You put nonsense into the docket. That doesn't mean it's true just because you got it filed.
To take me out of my house today.
Is there a question in that?
Yeah.
What's the question?
Why are you here when the judge did not sign the order?
I'm here to execute the judge's order.
What judge's order? You don't have one.
It's already been shown to you.
No, you did not show it to me.
It's already been shown to you, ma'am. Wow. It's almost like she's a liar, too. Weird.
You showed me something with Alexis Zapata on it from the JP court.
I'm not going to answer anything.
You have to provide proof, sir. You can't just show up here and tell me to get out of my house.
It's not, again, they showed you the paperwork. Like, what could they show you at this point other than the judge's order they showed you that you've just decided doesn't count? Without even an explanation, by the way. She just seemingly is like, nope, that doesn't count.
You have to show proof. Where's the judge's order?
And if you continue to talk over me, I will not answer any of your questions.
You haven't answered a question yet.
Yes, ma'am, I have.
No, you haven't. Where's the order?
We showed you that order.
No, you did not.
And we posted it on.
Where was the judge's signature on that?
Once again.
Who was the judge that signed it? Who was the judge that signed it? Because I only know 2 judges, and that was not the judge's signature on there.
Do you think you need to personally know the judge who signs your foreclosure thing? I only know 2 judges in the whole world, and if anyone other than them does anything, it doesn't count. Okay.
Why? Because you think you just get to steal everything and be done? You think you
Do you think this cop is getting your house? No, he's working right now.
just get to end the conversation and be done? You don't even have a body camera on. You don't have a body camera on. I do believe Trump said that y'all have to start having body cameras and y'all don't have.
As we all know, Trump is big on police accountability.
Those.
Sarcasm.
No body camera, no body camera. Nobody has one. But you're here stealing all my stuff out of my house, on my land, in the Republic of Texas, that's recorded in the Republic of Texas, and you have no judge's order to do so. You don't.
Can I tell if they have a body cam? It doesn't look like they do.
You have a piece of paper that he requested a writ of possession and he was denied because it was never signed off on and it was never served. Because in the docket it shows unserved. And the case was closed.
I find this so interesting.
Walls are
Nope! Copyrighted music! That's also just a montage, it seems like. Yeah. Next one.
Okay,
Oh.
guys, so I'm doing an update. This is the side of my house after it rained last night, early this morning.
Oh my god, it rained too.
This
Your mattresses are fucked.
is after
Even the box spring.
the so-called constables came yesterday with no judge's order, with no right to even be here, because the writ of possession that was put in was simply a request and it was not granted by the judge. Because if you look at the record for the docket,
it shows that it was unserved. And
How old is this? This is recent. This is in the last month. I think this video was from about 17 days ago.
unserved means that I was never served to leave my home. And so after it was unserved, they closed the case. It literally showed that the case was closed. And so these constables...
Was it closed because they did the final foreclosure notice? Because that would close the case.
Were out here in their private capacities, taking my stuff out of my house, essentially, and telling me that I couldn't be here. And they all gang pressed me. They pressed their way into my home.
What do you think gang pressed means? Doesn't that effectively mean being shanghaied? Is that offensive? Are you not supposed to say shanghaied? I don't know. Anyway, doesn't that effectively mean you've been forced into being a ship person?
And basically just took over like they owned it. And they don't own it, because in the public records, I own it. And it's really that simple, is that I own the home.
No, you don't.
I own everything that was in the home. And now you see, you know, I don't know how much percentage of my house is out here. I mean, I know like I've got 3 refrigerators out here.
You have 3 refrigerators? How often are you going to Costco? Jesus Christ.
A washer.
Did I forget the word sailor? Listen here. I use many words. Some of them get lost, and that's okay. I always find them later.
Dryer, a bed, 2 sets of bedroom furniture, essentially, because one was a guest room and then the other was my son's bedroom furniture. So the destruction that they've caused and that they've done here is just quite unbelievable. One of my friends put up this tape to kind of keep people away so that they wouldn't trash the
That'll do it!
yard, because we already had people walking up yesterday just trying to grab stuff. And you know, it's really just unbelievable to me how many people just believe that because something's in a yard that it's trash. And you know, that goes to say something about our county, because they think we're indigents and they think we're all beneath them, which is quite unbelievable, because we actually...
Why do you believe that?
...pay their damn salaries. And the mere fact that they are public servants and they come and do something like this should have everybody questioning why you work so hard for your paycheck to pay taxes, to pay for people like this. This is not how it's supposed to be in America, people. And
again, she's a Donald Trump supporter. Is she aware that, like, he's famous for being a vicious, awful real estate mogul? Like, that was his image. That was, like, his whole thing, was he's a real estate guy that doesn't care about other people and will fuck over other people to make himself a buck. Does she not understand that Trump would not be on her side in this situation? Like, does she really think he'd empathize with her and not the property owner, and not the like person who is owed money?
These people that came into my home were nothing but cartel. The guy that says he bought my house, he has no bill of particulars, he has no bill of sale, he has nothing.
He has the house.
He had 3 pieces whenever I got the information from the court as to how he thinks he owned my home. He had 3 pieces of information. One was a mailing that it didn't have a location on it. It simply just said Fort Worth, Texas 76137. Didn't have a physical address as to where he mailed it to or even who he mailed it to. And it was returned to him in February 14th when I tracked it. And which is crazy, because they already had a court case going starting on February 2nd. So he mailed one mailing, which in commerce, you're supposed to do 3 mailings. So they didn't do that. And he didn't even have proof of who he sent the letter.
The 3 things thing is a thing David Straight used to say too. He usually said it about verbal motions, that you have to do them 3 times. And she already quoted David Straight in some other stuff she posted. So I wonder if she watches old David Straight YouTube videos or something.
Letter 2 to notice who he thought he was noticing. And that was all intentional because he just wanted to say he did something so he could steal something. So then the other thing he had was a military status declaration, which I don't know if you people...
Did she refuse to pay her mortgage? I'm unclear about that. She has not said that. I know taxes are an issue. Lots of back taxes on the house for property taxes. I do not know the status of the mortgage. The fact that the house is reverting, however, to a building company makes me think that it might be a mortgage issue. Because why would it go to a building company if it was a tax issue? It would go to the state. So I'm imagining the mortgage issue comes first and the state will try and extract the tax money elsewhere in her assets. I don't know for sure, though.
Know this or not, but military gets priority on any housing. And so what he did was a military declaration of my name, not my husband's name, that actually was in the military, but he did a declaration on my name, and guess what? It came
You're the owner of the house now. Your husband has passed.
back that I was not active military. And so because I wasn't active military, they thought that that gave them the right to come in and steal my house.
You're not military, though? If there are any provisions that protect people in the military from this, you're not in the military, so how would that apply to you?
And so that's all he used was a mailing, and then he had a falsified, the other thing that was falsified was the, the affidavit that they did. They did an affidavit, from Nestor Solutions, basically saying that I owed money, except they've never proven how I owe money because my house was paid in full. And
oh God, oh no. Okay, house is paid in full is what she just said. My concern is that by paid off, she means I sent them a bullshit letter that I wrote saying, I have a secret SDK account. Please take the remaining balance of my mortgage out of my super secret $1 billion SDK account. And she sent it thinking that paid off her mortgage debt, but it did nothing because of course it does nothing. You can't pay debts by generally going, take it from my secret bank account that doesn't exist. That's what I'm worried happened here. She thinks she paid off the mortgage, but she did not.
I have proof of that. So there's that. And sorry, I'm kind of walking around out
It also
here.
seems like property taxes are a factor.
But this is what they did. And no proof of any sale, no notice of any sale. And by the way, David and Donna Stockman, who are eviction specialists in most of Texas.
Are there parts of Texas they're not experts in?
They're the ones who, I guess, put this together. They had already tried to foreclose on my house back in 2023 and failed because I had proof then that they couldn't take my house. And well...
Oh, where'd that proof go?
Here they are again, trying to take my house.
This lady is super deluded, and that's why she gets the title spot in this episode. I love to watch a good delusion.
With no proof, no evidence, no anything. And this is what they do here in Texas.
Yeah, it's a pretty big house, like
Tarrant County anyways.
upper middle class shit.
Because Tarrant County also refused to record my public recordings. I had to go to Hood County. I had to go to Johnson County. I went to Travis County to get all of my documents recorded because Tarrant County refused to record my documents. And why? Because this is what they want to do. They want to steal people's homes.
Probably because your documents were sovereign citizen gobbledygook.
And especially they target widows and they target veterans. My husband was 100% service-connected veteran. And he's dead now. He's been dead since 2014. And so, well, I've been targeted since about 2022, 2023, end of 22, beginning of 23. I've been targeted this whole time. And like I said, I fought the foreclosure in 23. And the system, I believe, is down. And the David Stockman used to post all of his foreclosures online on Facebook. And he put out, I think it was in December, that he
feel bad for her kids. Does she have kids? I don't know if she mentioned kids.
Said he was no longer going to be able to put his foreclosure notices on Facebook. So that tells me then that I think that they were coming down as far as the corporations, if most of you don't understand what I'm talking about.
I understand what you're talking about. It's just wrong.
Because these people are bankrupt and they're no longer able to do the things that they do. And so
You're confusing her with the last person? Gotcha.
do believe that this was a last-ditch effort. That's why everything that they did was so
Some of her belongings from her son's old room. Okay.
illegal and so unlawful. I think that they did this to be able to steal, get this guy in this house, and try to keep me out of it so that they could steal it. And they're doing this all across the country with many people, because I've seen other people say...
I do find it a little funny that they clearly put like the two fridges, the three fridges, and the washing machine right outside the door because they wanted to move those the least.
much of
I don't blame them. It's just kind of funny. They're like, I'm not taking this any further than I have to.
the same. Look at this. Isn't this nice? It's all full of water. All my nice Christmas stuff.
Yeah, I probably would have put lids on that. There are lids for them. You probably should have put lids on that stuff.
Anyway, I don't know. There's just a lot of this just BS that shouldn't be. And
The Legos are good.
I think it's pretty sad that people will sit here and laugh about this and think, oh, she deserves that because she didn't pay her rent, or oh, she deserves that because she's a horrible person and she didn't.
I don't know if I'd say you deserve it. It is an obvious consequences of the path you chose to take.
Pay her mortgage or whatever. I mean, that's what people assume, right? But at the end of the day, I mean, come on, people. Mortgages are fraud.
Then why'd you get one?
Hasn't anybody learned anything?
I wonder if she's going to end up on Kat Espinda's show as a guest.
I guess this is all my grandmother's china. So, anyway. I don't know what else to tell you guys other than what just happened here is complete and absolute fraud. It is complete theft. It's complete treason. Again, no judge's order, but you know, a judge isn't even a judge.
I would assume she's not wanting to move it because at this point, at least, I think she's delusional enough to think she's going to get back in the house. And in her head, why am I going to move all this stuff to storage if I'm just going to get my house back soon?
Anyways, they're all just administrators and bankers. They don't have any right to do anything of what
That felt like bankers with a hard J, if you know what I mean.
they do. And this is just all a big crime scene, is the way I see it. And I'm out here videoing it because I think it's important for people to see that this is what they do to people's families who serve this country. This is what they do to veterans. This is what they do to widows. This is what they do to single moms. Because when they can remove one of the family members, particularly the head of the household, they know that the woman is easy prey.
I don't even know where to begin diving into that statement and how it reflects on her worldview. Oh, God.
And so they always look to get rid of the men so that they can take out the women. And
yes, she's implying her husband was killed.
That's just where we're at. And until people start waking up and realizing that this is what they do, well, guess what, folks? Your house may be next. And I'm not even joking about that, because that's what they want to do. Evil wants to take out all the Christians.
You are in Texas. Everyone around you is a Christian. None of the cops that were there at your house were not Christian. I'd bet money on it.
And the Jews want to take out all the Christians.
Okay, well, she just said it. She just said it. So, can I get a little bit of acknowledgement for me picking up on that so easily? Holy fuck, I'm tired of the anti-Semitism. It's so prolific. I'm so tired.
And it's really just that simple. But anyway, I just wanted to share with you guys today what
you pegged it. Pegging is one of the things I'm best at.
My driveway looks like post them being here yesterday, just throwing all my stuff out in the yard. And at first they were really nice about it. They tried to be, cautious because I was watching them remove everything. But after I left, because I had to go take care of some things, I came back to a bunch of stuff just thrown everywhere. And some of it's irreplaceable. It's some of it's my grandmother's stuff. I've lost my father. I've lost pretty much my whole family, if that tells you anything. And a lot of the stuff that I had was stuff from all of my family. And you can only store so much in a shed when you got to pay extra money for all of that. And then, you can only do so much. That's just how it is. So, anyway, I'm going to sign off now because I'm going to try to look through a few more things, see if I can find a couple of more things, and then get out of here, because this just makes me sick to look at it all. And hopefully the people that are responsible for this action will end up going to jail.
No, they won't. Okay.
Hey guys, sorry for my appearance here because I'm kind of naked because, I've been running around doing a lot of different things since I was removed from my home yesterday, forcibly, not willingly, not abandoning my home, not abandoning my land and domicile, but forced from it.
Is she just living in her car outside the house?
I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm assuming, I don't like to assume and presume, but because nothing has been provided to me about why.
Now, assume and presume, again, it's language taken directly from David Straight. Cameron also took it.
They thought they could foreclose my house through a fraudulent foreclosure. One of the constables yesterday made a comment to me about
she means no makeup.
Me not liking to pay my taxes. He said, "You think you don't have to pay your taxes?" And I said, "No, sir, that is not true." I said, "However, I said my husband..."
Verbally saying comma is an interesting choice.
"Served this country and was 100% service-connected, disabled veteran."
Great. You should have filed the paperwork for that when he passed away. Has no one told her? You needed to file something. Otherwise, this happens.
That was my husband. And guess what, guys? I don't know if you know this or not, but in Texas, if you are 100% disabled and service connected, you don't pay taxes on your home.
Right. So when your husband passed away, there was paperwork you needed to fill out to transfer that to you as his widow. I'm assuming you didn't file that paperwork. So you've just been illegally not paying your property taxes for X number of years.
Do you know that? But you see, Tarrant County decided that, oh, she's not paying taxes and we need to get this house back on the tax roll. And so she's easy to target because she's a widow.
Yes, he passed away over a decade ago.
And so we'll go after the house. We'll change the ownership in the public records without her knowledge. And that's what they did. And let me explain what else they did. Okay, so back in October of last year, 2025, they did a warranty deed on my property. Okay, on my land and domicile, what they consider as property. They did a warranty deed, and it was under PMI insurance and some other mortgage, federal mortgage something. Okay, they had their attorney, so the attorney was in New York, PMI was in Virginia, and the federal mortgage was in Washington, D.C. So there's the triangulation of the threes, okay?
What do you mean federal mortgage?
Okay. So they did all
Are there specific federal mortgages for veterans
this on one
that are like government backed or something? Or is this like bullshit she's making up?
warranty deed, okay? They put that on the public record. Actually, they did that August 7th. They recorded it on the public record in October of 2025. Okay, so my house didn't sell, but they canceled
There's VA-backed loans? Okay.
my military benefits in October. So from my paycheck that I get every month because of my husband's service, I'm missing about $900 a month, and I have been since October.
Oh boy. This is a lot.
That they said they didn't sell my house in October. They said that my house sold on the courthouse steps on January 6th, that Larry Branch, LB Construction, bought my house on the courthouse steps on January 6th. That's a lie. He did not. There's also another transaction that shows up in Google that shows that my house was purchased January 21st from Redfin Auctions. Okay? Well, Larry Branch did a mailing on January 26th to a mailing location that we don't know where it went. We just know it went to Fort Worth, Texas, 76137. Don't know who it went to. Don't know who refused, signed for it. But that was the document that he used to steal my house. And so, went to Tarrant County Records, to the TAD office. I went to the TAD office on January 12th because my neighbor told me that somebody had...
Has she been collecting her husband's VA benefits since he died for all this time? Yeah, that's legal. Military spouses can continue to collect stuff after their partner dies.
been inquiring on my...
I think the last Civil War veteran's wife was still alive in, like, recently, in the last decade.
land.
Because it was a child marriage. It was a very old Civil War veteran marrying a child. Awful. But anyway, you can continue to get benefits.
Who lived there. And so it got me questioning, hey, why did my benefits get canceled in October? Because I couldn't get through to the VA. I couldn't get any answers. And so now I know, because they were already trying to get my house, which is why in August, Keller Police Department started targeting me to get my private information off of my private automobile to be able to target my house to get information that they needed to create eviction citation because they have to have 3.
There it is. Helena Viola Jackson was the last known surviving widow of the American Civil War veteran, passing away at age 101 on December 16th, 2020. Was married to a Civil War veteran and lived to see COVID. Humans are fucked up. What's our problem? What the fuck is our problem?
Things to get an eviction citation, or any citation for that matter, a traffic citation. They have to have 3 things, 3 pieces of information.
Just a Peach with a $1 tip says, once again, you need to fill out paperwork. You only get half of the retirement pay.
Like when they ask for your driver's license, registration, and insurance. Those 3 things lock in so they get paid. Okay, so they were trying to do the same thing with the eviction. They needed 3 things to tie me to be able to get me out of my home.
Again, the 3 thing. David, straight.
Okay, so this is why they started targeting me in Keller with traffic stops. And they did one with my boyfriend and I, and they didn't get what they wanted because my truck is in a trust.
Oh, so your truck isn't registered, you probably don't have a license plate, you probably don't have insurance. Great.
And it's actually still in my husband's name. So they couldn't.
You can't have your vehicle in the name of someone who's been dead for over a decade. Good God.
Get anything there. Then they went, I was traveling in a different car. They pulled me over in my son's Mustang at the post office, which is a federal jurisdiction, which they don't have federal jurisdiction.
It's not a separate jurisdiction because it's at the post office. What are you talking about? The post office exists within the town that the police work in. It's still in their jurisdiction.
So they pulled me over there. They,
Could the Sovsits sue the people who teach them this stuff? Here's the thing. They could, but sovereign citizens don't engage with the legal system in a reasonable way. So they're not gonna sue him correctly or any of the gurus correctly because they'd probably try to go pro se or some stupid shit.
Gave them my fee schedule, which they used that information to go find my old driver's license. So
you sent them a document with information on it that allowed them to find more of your information and further help them foreclose on your home? Genius.
That information, and that's how they were able to initially, in January.
Don't Sovsits have a whole thing about post offices? Yeah, certain sovereign citizens believe that the post office runs the world. And they think that the Postmaster General is, like, in charge. That's not a universal thing for sovereign citizens. It's kind of a specific subgenre.
Try to evict me out of my home. Except they were still missing something somewhere because it still took too long for them to do all of this. And so moving forward, they had Larry Branch, which was interesting because the mailing that he mailed on January 26th, after the house showed that it sold on Redfin, he told me I had to be out in 5 days. Well, how long does it take certified mail to get to somebody? Because I do a lot of mailings, and usually certified mail takes anywhere from 3 to 5 days. So he was giving me how long to get out of the house? Yeah, that he didn't buy.
Pretty sure he bought it.
People better start paying attention to your court documents because you know what? I never even knew anything.
Freyline says it's actually a cute story. She was volunteering to help at his house, but he had no money to thank her, so he offered to marry her so she could get benefits during the Great Depression. It was not romantic or sexual. Oh, that's much better. That's better. I hope that's true. I'm gonna choose to believe it's true. Which is always a healthy thing to do, believing things just because you want to. But I'll believe it.
Anything about the UCC. I never knew anything about Maritime Admiralty. I never knew
Maritime. What a weird way to say maritime.
Anything about the straw man. I knew nothing about any of this stuff.
Probably should have stayed that way.
And here we are right now. with the straw man being true in fact, and the county went in, and because everything's electronic, they can go in and wipe any record they want to wipe. And so if you think that your house is safe, I can promise you it's not. Because if they want to target your house, they can literally go in and wipe a record and pretend it never existed.
That's not how things work. For instance, I have a paper deed to my house. It's in here somewhere. It's in my desk. I'm not going to grab the whole thing. It's a big stack of documents. But, like, you can have physical documents that prove you have the house. They didn't do this illegally. She's so stuck on this idea that it's like a conspiracy and they did this under the table secretly. They did this legally.
It's that easy. And that's what they did. And they did it through the TAD office. They did it through the Tarrant County Records office, where they changed the ownership of my home, my land, my domicile without my knowledge. And this Larry Branch character came in and stole my house. And he's from California.
I like that he's a character because she doesn't like him.
Yeah.
Like, look at this goofball.
He's also got stuff up in Colorado, apparently. Apparently, LB Construction is all over the country when you look them up. So it's a big shell game. So good luck finding who the actual real guy is, right? So anyway, that's just, I know I'm kind of rambling and you guys don't understand probably a lot of what I'm saying.
Okay, so the construction company is the company that purchased the home. So it might just be the tax issue.
Because you just have no clue what's going on. But I'm trying to lay that out for you guys. Because honestly, I'm really concerned for other people and what could possibly happen to your home and how your shit could be on the curb. Because these people are criminals. They don't care. And like I said, this guy had no judge's order. The judgment was already done by me because they were not giving me any remedy. They were not answering any questions. They ignored the conditional acceptance through the JP court.
I can't believe they ignored all my nonsensical pseudo-legal documents.
Judge went ahead and held court anyway, even though Larry Branch had already acquiesced to my notice that I mailed him. And I'm going to be doing another video that I'm going...
By acquiesce, she means he ignored her crazy bullshit, and she thinks that means she wins.
I'm going to show you guys every mailing that I've done. Every one of them. Because I am so done with these people acting like they've never been noticed, they've never been told anything, when they've been told numerous times that I'm in the Republic of Texas. And they all acquiesce to it.
I keep telling them they can't get me. I'm in Candy Cuckoo Land. I am under my own jurisdiction. Why do they keep not listening to me?
Because they had the opportunity to rebut it, and they didn't.
I think the eviction's a pretty solid rebuttal.
They had 10 days to say, there's no republic. They had 10 days to say, no, we're not a corporation. They had 10 days, and they didn't do it. And so they acquiesced.
The buyer does appear to be a corporation of some kind.
And by their own rules...
But the Republic of Texas is not a thing.
When you remain silent, you agree. And so they had no right to be at my house. They had no right to throw everything out, and LB Construction has no right to be in my home because it's mine on the public record. I own it outright.
No, you don't.
And so...
Can you get in your house right now? No? Okay.
Anyway, I'm just letting you guys know because I think it's important for people to understand what's happening here. I did pay for my house. It's paid in full. It's recorded that it's paid.
And what kind of promissory note did you pay off your debt with? Was it United States currency? Or was it a piece of paper you signed?
In full. And I actually have a notary presentment that I did to the mortgage company with a notary, which a notary is higher than a judge in a court, if you didn't know.
That's not true. Notary is higher than a judge. What do you even think that means? No. A notary is someone you pay to watch you sign a document. Their only role is to be someone who can attest to the fact that the person who signed a document was the person they claimed to be, and they checked their ID. That's it.
Know that. And the reason being is because the notary is also a witness to your documents.
A notary isn't also a witness. They are the witness. That is their purpose, is to be the witness to the signature of the document. That is it.
And so the notary goes through the whole process. So they witness the whole process.
What does that mean? They just see you sign something.
That makes them higher than a judge.
No.
A judge is third party. He has no business making any decision. He's just supposed to be the referee. That's it. But in our courts, he plays prosecutor and judge, and he does not have that right to do that.
Well, it sounds like this is a civil court matter that isn't necessarily a jury trial. They're probably doing a bench trial for this, or did. A bench hearing. I don't know exactly the whole process of foreclosure in Texas. But clearly they had court about it.
So there's that. That's all I got, guys. I can't explain to you anymore that all of my paperwork is in line and the courts ignored all of it. And that's how our courts operate when they want to steal from people.
So interesting that at no point does she even have a second of reflection to think, they denied all this paperwork. Is it possible I'm wrong? No, it's obviously a conspiracy. It has to be.
So you can believe it or not, but I'm really tired of people laughing and mocking and acting like, oh,
hope you don't find this video then. I don't think you'll be happy.
Oh, well, you didn't pay your mortgage, or, oh, you didn't pay your property taxes, or, oh, but did you ask any questions? Did you ask the owner any questions? Did you go to the public records and look and check the public records? And not just in Tarrant County.
I've seen your SOBSIT documents. We went over some of them.
Because all records are recordable in the state of Texas. If you record in one county, it's recorded in every county. Doesn't just go stay in that one county. It's in the whole state. So these people acting like, oh, well, we didn't see your recording. Well, they lie because it's all in the Vanguard system. I know that Hood County, Parker County, Tarrant County, and I believe Travis County all do Vanguard system. So they all have it. It's not like they don't. They just choose to ignore it. They only pick and choose what records they want to ignore.
Yeah, if your thing isn't legally binding, why should they take it seriously?
Knowledge. And I even tried to record my judgment into the case.
Your judgment. Okay, do you see maybe what the issue is? You, as a defendant, believe that you can issue a ruling in your own case. Do you see why that doesn't make sense and no one's taking you seriously?
Tarrant County refused. Why did they refuse? Because they wanted my house. Because they want to put it back.
Because you don't have the authority to dismiss your own case, you lunatic.
On the tax roll. Because I don't pay taxes. And again, it's not because I'm just a delinquent taxpayer. It's because my husband earned that benefit for me not to have to pay taxes.
The way she words things about her husband feels really gross to me. Like, she doesn't talk about her husband in a way that feels like she's thinking about, like, a person she loved. It feels like she's talking about him like a benefit, what's the word I'm thinking of? Like a vending machine. Just like, you marry him and benefits come out. Gross.
Because as long as I live in that house, because we were married, I don't pay taxes. I don't understand why that everybody...
Did you file the paperwork for that? No? Okay, then you owe taxes.
Gets so pissed off about that and thinks that, oh my gosh, she should pay taxes. Well, did your husband serve this country? I don't think so. And maybe if he did, if he was 100% service connected, you wouldn't be paying taxes either. And would you be bitching about it? I don't think so. People need to start having more respect for each other and quit judging each other.
Again, Trump supporter. We need to be kinder and just be nice. Votes for Donald Trump. Americans are so mentally ill, it's fucking crazy. Like, I genuinely believe hundreds of years from now, America will be a very weird case study in how to create a civilization designed to drive people within it absolutely fucking crazy.
And actually supporting each other. Because in this world of hate and this nitpicking each other, we're tearing each other apart. And what good does that do? I mean, really,
You're quite mentally ill. Me too!
what good does that do to nitpick your neighbor and think that you're so much better than them? Because what? You pay taxes? Because you pay a mortgage? Because you want to pay in the debt slave system that benefits the people who are trafficking children? Because do you realize that every tax dollar that you pay is actually trafficking children?
Oh, she's into the QAnon shit. Of course she is. Of course she is. Why wouldn't she be?
Do you see how the politicians do it? Do you see how the police do it? Do you see all these sheriffs that are getting arrested right now? The police that are getting arrested for all these sexual assaults? They take our money, and that's how they pay for everything. So you want to...
Oh my god, tax dollars go to state expenses? It's a conspiracy! Lock them all up! Lock them up for taxing, like every civilization in history!
Pay your taxes, you want to pay your water bill, you want to pay all this money. Well, where's the on and off ledger for all of that? And where's the money really going? Because I can tell you one thing. I know in one city in particular, after listening to a city council meeting, they had a bill for $19,000 that got paid 6 times. And they can't account for how it got paid 6 times, and 3 of those times were cash. Those are your tax dollars, folks. You don't care where the money's going. You don't care that a bill of this is just one bill, got paid $19,000 6 times. I'd be pretty pissed if...
I don't even know what you're talking about. You'd have to give way more details on that. I don't understand what you're saying. You're saying that someone received a bill and they paid it 6 times? Why? Who was the bill from? Who was it to? What for? What are you talking about? You gotta give more context than that.
Those were my tax dollars that could have paid for my child's dance lessons, or we could have gone on a vacation. But instead, the city's just blowing your money. They don't care. And what are they doing with it? Where's it going? Are they buying drugs with it?
The city buying drugs with my money? I do kind of like the idea of a city government that just, like, gets taxes and they just spend it all on blow. I don't know. It'd maybe be fun.
Are they selling drugs with it? What's going on with all the drugs in the evidence room? They're supposed to burn that, I heard. But what really happens with that? How does it end up in our schools, in our streets, everywhere? Who has
I like that they're just like, she's just implying so many conspiracy theories.
access to all that stuff, people?
Many people, drug distributors, dealers.
I'm just
Alton Undying, thanks for gifting a sub. Much appreciated.
rambling at this point. But honestly, I'm tired of people judging when they really don't know the story. And they don't ask questions. They just assume. And people have got to stop assuming and presuming like the cops do, because that's how the cops get people in court. Assumption and presumption. And it's whatever you will admit to, that's how they get you in court. It's not because you did anything wrong. It's what you admitted that you did or didn't do. So, at the end of the day, I don't know what's going to happen with my house. I don't know what's going to happen with me. All I know is that it was all criminal. These people are mafia cartel stealing. And
are conservatives just like robots that have buzzwords that it's like they have a net that just connects buzzwords together, and that's how they choose their sentences? Fucking cartel.
I don't know. I don't know who's going to live in the house because they're just flipping it. They're just flipping it for cash. That's all they're doing. But you know, I know God's got me. I know that he is going to protect me. He's been
God says do your paperwork, lady.
protecting me all this time. Maybe I don't need to be in that house because maybe that house is going to catch fire. I don't know. Maybe the wires are going to get crossed. Maybe it's going to sink into the ground because it's on top of a spring and God just wanted me removed from that house. I don't
It can't just be that you made a bad decision.
know. I really don't know what God's
Apparently
plan is for me.
we're on a hype train. I don't know why, but that's cool. If you want to support the hype train and help out the channel, you can always use bits or subs.
All I know is that
Lance with 100 bits says, I approve of city governments pooling funds collected from the citizens so that they get a bulk discount from the dealer.
I can only move forward, and they will have accountability for their actions, I promise. Because I've got enough evidence in my notebooks to probably put them away for a long time for treason.
I'm sure you'll get them for treason. Good luck with that. Juggle, I can do that. At least I think so. Altered Undying says, hi.
That to be said, I don't know what's going to happen. I really don't. People want to know where I'm going to go, what I'm going to do. I don't know. I really don't. Because you see, I also gave up my medical license to practice medicine because I saw that it was her.
I'm sorry, did you just say you're a doctor? Oh, that's not good. If you go to the doctor's office and you see this lady, please run away. Although she said she doesn't have her medical license anymore, so that's good.
Hurting too many people. And I didn't want to take part in that anymore. And I damn sure didn't want to give money to a license to harm people. And not in just in the medical realm, but also in the...
So far, because of her conspiratorial beliefs, she has lost her job as a doctor and her house. I'm thinking this isn't going so well for her.
Again, trafficking. Because anytime that state gets money, what are they doing with it? Buying guns, buying drugs, sending it to other countries. What are they doing with it? And I'm not going to just get...
Ma'am, are you familiar with roads, mail services, benefit programs?
Give that money all willy-nilly anymore. And
frankly, where do you think your benefits come from that your husband got you? Other people's taxes. Maybe don't complain.
If anybody knows the Constitution, the only money is gold and silver anyway. So, I mean, they just print the paper all day long.
Yes. If you don't want it, I'll take your paper money. I'll take all of it.
So, for those of you that are concerned about me, I'm okay. I want to cry, but I'm really okay.
She's not okay.
Her
family needs to have an intervention. I guess she said she didn't have much family. Someone needs to do an intervention.
I just can't believe this is our world and that people are okay with it. That's what I can't believe. That's what I struggle with. That's what I have a hard time with. I have a hard time with people being snitches on their neighbors because they want to keep up with the Joneses and they want to have more and they're so greedy. My gosh, I had a lady yesterday come back in my yard 3 times to get crap out of my yard because she's like, it's just trash. It's just going to go in the trash. She didn't care that the owner was standing right there, right in the middle of all of it, losing their house.
Texas residents sound very pleasant. Minute left on the hype train.
To some criminals, and she's just trying to take whatever she can get. This is the America we live in. Greed. Greed, greed, greed. And
you voted. Again, I know I've said this like 50 times. Ma'am, you voted for Donald Trump, and you are complaining about America's propensity towards greed. It's a parody. We live in a parody.
And no care for one another, no love for one another, no, I don't even know what the words are anymore.
Just a peach with $1 says background on the couple in the vid from Old Squishy Gardener. They're in their late 70s to early 80s, had 5 kids, and a house they built themselves, but was barely past permitting. We knew them when I was about 6 through Boy Scouts. Nice.
Because I'm just so disgusted at people. I'm disgusted at how people treat each other. And all for what? What's the real reason? Because I don't think that God gave us all of this stuff on this earth for us to treat each other like we do. And, you know, for the people who think that they're going to get somewhere or get something faster because, what, they've got money? Well, what kind of money you got? The stuff you wipe your butt with? Because I'm sorry, that paper stuff, they can print that all day long. And it ain't it's worthless.
Okay, well, if you had some and you paid it for your taxes with the paper instead of wiping your butt with it, you'd still have a house.
It's just a note. It's a promise to pay. It's why our country is trillions of dollars in debt. And no.
I'm sorry, do you think if we were on the gold standard, we wouldn't have debt? What?
Nobody realizes it. Everybody thinks that because you've got green stuff in your wallet.
Like, does she think if we go to the gold standard, all of a sudden T-bills disappear? Like, what the fuck is she talking about? Algid Undying, thanks for gifting a sub.
That you're rich. You're not. Or because you have things, you're rich. You're not. The richness in your life is what you give to God.
Oh.
And
Lance with 100 bits says, maybe I'm high, but she sounds like she's repeating 12 different statements in a slightly different order, or both are true. One of them definitely is true.
And those riches bless you with family, with your fur babies, children. They are the biggest blessing in this whole world. Children. And we take them for granted. Every one of us. You know? We don't spend enough time with our families. We're always working for the slave the system, right? Working for the system, working for the man, so that we can harm children. So that these children are trafficked, raped, killed, sacrificed, skinned, burned.
Fucking skinned! These people are nuts! These people are so goddamn crazy. Like, they just sit in their house and, like, make up shit to be terrified about. How exhausting.
Wonder people care about the children. My house, it means so little to me when I think about those things. Honestly, because I can't even fathom what some of these children have been through. I can't even. These men are so sick. And women too. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of sick women in this world too. But the men who are raping children.
Wait, do you think no women rape children? Ghislaine Maxwell was... whatever.
I just want to string them from the highest tree. And these people that steal so they can do more harm.
Oh, also she voted for Trump again. Yeah.
Because they just... I don't know. I really don't know what the sacrifices get them. I really don't. It's all a ritual for them. Yesterday was a ritual. Yesterday was the 17th of the month.
That's the Q number. Kiki BB, thanks for following.
And the 17th of the month, 17 is Q.
I was joking, you You can't do satire. You can't do satire. It's impossible. It's impossible. Every time you make a joke, it's satire. They just do it. They just say it for real 5 seconds later.
Goes to the queen, and all of these things that they do are at the bidding of the queen. And so we all know she's a lizard lady, right?
She believes the Queen of England. Wait, what do you mean the Queen. The Queen's dead. The Queen was dead when you posted this. You think the Queen is secretly alive? And a lizard person? It's a bit of a hat on a hat.
Are y'all with me on that? I'm just saying. I didn't believe in lizard people, but I guess there are lizard people, and there's lizard people that like to eat people. So I guess that's a true thing. I don't know. I have never witnessed it. I hope not to witness it, but it's out there. It's conspiracy theory. So usually conspiracy theories are coming true. I mean, look at the COVID shots and all that other stuff. All that was just a distraction so that they
No, it wasn't.
could set everything else up for the New World Order.
What are you talking about?
And the New World Order, they just want to kill Christians. So be ready.
Christianity is the most popular religion in the world and the United States.
If you think it's not coming, it's coming. And word on the street that I've heard.
The word on the street. Here's shit I learned in a Telegram chat.
Could be this month, could be next week, could be May. But I would be taking money out of the bank. I would have a stockpile of stuff, whatever you can, food, water, cash, just in case the stock market crashes and you can't get any money out of the bank.
Wait. What? Hold on. Cash? You just said that cash isn't worth anything. You just said the only real money was gold and silver. What are you talking about? What?
Bank, that fake stuff. You might want to have that in your back pocket.
Do you see the contradiction? Do you see how that doesn't make sense?
Because I hear it's coming down, and we already know that the United States is insolvent, so they can't keep going much longer. They don't have any money. And
national finances, especially when you are the reserve currency of the planet, does not function the same as your household debt. It does not function the same. Macroeconomics is a different thing than your personal finances.
whatever's money. But like I said, go buy yourself some silver and gold. Go get you some water, some batteries, and all the things you might need for an emergency. And keep an eye on your neighbors, because they're going to need it. They're going to need your help. People are going to need to start leaning on each other and stop attacking each other and stop making fun of each other and just all of the nonsense.
I know, I'm beating a dead horse. Trump supporter.
Because I don't think that's the way God wanted it. And so just take care of each other. Take care of your pets. Make sure you've got food and water extra for your pets. Like I said, I don't know what day it's coming, but as a Girl Scout or a Boy Scout, you're always supposed to be prepared, right? So make sure you have all those things. And for those of you who care about me, I'm thankful for you. For those of you who are just here to see what's going on in my world, that's cool too. For those of you who genuinely care, I really do thank you. And I hope to see you on the other side.
Jesus.
So today is Sunday, and it didn't take long for all of the thieves to come. So this is my life now. This is what it looks like when you get thrown out of your house illegally, unlawfully, and then people just come and they dump shit everywhere, and they don't even care. Like, here's my husband's Air Force hat. It's just unbelievable what people do.
Altered Undying with 100 bits says, reminder, England isn't the only country with a royal family. Here's a fun fact about the Netherlands king. The king is extremely interested in flying. In 1985, he obtained his private pilot's license, followed by his commercial pilot's license in 1987. While studying, he went on to obtain his theoretical B1, B2 license. This enabled him to fly as a volunteer in Kenya, first for the medical aid organization African Medical Research and Education Foundation, and then for Kenya Wildlife Services. It must be cool having a leader that isn't just like a huge pedophile piece of shit. That'd be cool.
You.
And Lance says, "You did that to yourself." Who says that in Star Wars? You did that to yourself! Obi-Wan?
Unfreaking believable what people do. And how they can just come rummage through people's yards. You know, but this is what Satan wants. This is,
This has nothing to do with Satan.
Here's my son's first place trophy for the Pinewood Derby. I don't know. Just, they broke my lamps. So, like, even anything that I really would want to.
Have I seen the King's Royal Carriage, the one painted with scenes of slaves praising the royal family? I have not. Sounds awful.
Salvage, I can't even salvage because it's just all pieces everywhere of things. Oh, need these. Surprised nobody took this. My son's inhaler. Jesus. I'm just baffled at all of this shit and what people do. Unreal. Unreal what people do.
Do we know how old the kids are? I think adults. I don't think any of them still lived with her.
Again, greed, and people just don't care about their neighbors. They don't care to help their neighbors. They just don't care.
You voted for Trump. You're supposed to be a rugged individualist. You're supposed to pull yourself up by your bootstraps. If you want collective work and helping each other, you can't vote for Republicans.
And it's really just sad that this is our world. And I mean, some of this stuff was pretty damn nice. Some of it brand new. And, you know,
She said her son had a Mustang, so old enough to drive at least, and probably over 25. You can't get a Mustang and be under 25 and a man and have insurance rates that aren't fucking crazy.
oh, they just
I say that because insurance, actuarial stuff, men are higher risk than women. They tend to get into more serious accidents.
threw it all over the yard. Because, you know, they don't care. They got them a fucking free house. Pardon my French. I'm just really kind of over these people and what they do. And, sorry, I'm just kind of walking around with you guys. Trying to see if there's anything worth anything at this point. I mean, there's all kinds of medication out here. Free for all. Don't even know where my son's nebulizer is at this point. But doesn't really matter, I don't guess, you know? I'm gonna catch these thieves running down the street here.
My Pantene!
So, that's what it looks like today. 2 days after the fact. Not that I expected anything to really stay, but oh, I guess asshole came back and put a sign up that all is free.
Did they?
All is free. Isn't that crazy? I didn't see this. All is free. Fridge, washer, dryer in perfect working order. Well, he doesn't.
Yeah, this is why I said you need to move your fucking shit. Get some friends, get a U-Haul. What are we doing? Move your shit.
Doesn't know that. He lied. Because it wasn't working very good when they left it out here in the rain. And busted the door when they moved it.
All right, I'm sorry, I gotta use the bathroom real quick, so we're gonna take a quick break. While I'm gone, Chair will tell you about the Monolith Monsters. There's not This is actually a better 50s B movie than I expected when I got this. This is a Universal movie from 1957. There aren't actual monsters in it. There's just, like, crystals that turn people into stone. But it's a pretty good movie. It could have used a monster. Like, even at the end, in the last 10 minutes, like a rock monster or something. But it's not bad. That's my take, not Chair's. Be right back. Chair hated it. I'm back. Altered Undying, thank you for gifting a sub to Toreador, much appreciated. And H-Baird, thanks for 64 months, as I picked an excellent time to tune in, an empty chair and a picture of trash. It's a good metaphor for my show, isn't it? Anyway.
Just disgusting. There is a place in hell for people that do this kind of stuff.
This is the rugged capitalism you voted for.
I'm not the only one going through it. That's what's really sad, is that this is something that's happening all across America, and people just don't even realize it.
Is this an eviction? Foreclosure.
Because there's a lot of people that don't have access like me to social media and can't even do this stuff.
I'm not sure I understand that statement. Most people have access to social media. Not like she has a particularly large following or anything.
I'm going to have a real fun time with this, because the consequences for this, there will be consequences.
She just keeps saying that.
Put these oils in my truck. There's a lot of money right here. Didn't realize I didn't grab that. So, it's free for all, guys. Anybody want to come over to Melanie's junkyard and rummage through what's left? Now that it's all dry outside. Broke my plates. There's my Easter plates all broken. can't replace those. Disney's going away.
What?
That's okay. I mean, like, this stuff was all perfectly in good shape, and they just destroyed it. Oh, paint running down the driveway. That's lovely. Oh my gosh.
Hold it undying. Thanks for
Crazy.
43 months. Says, look.
Absolutely
I see.
crazy. All of this. I'm actually looking for a book. Oh, look, here's the Holy Bible. Let's see what shape it's in. Look at that. It's like in perfect shape. This is my husband's. So,
Is she gonna say it's a miracle? Oh my god, she's gonna do this stupid thing, isn't she? Is she gonna be, it's a sign from God. God knew.
to all those who know Chad Fletcher, my husband, here's his Bible from Kathy. Dad and Kathy, with his name on it. And it survived. It's not wet. It's not damaged. So, there's that, right? Jeez, I don't even know what's where anymore.
I don't know why you're asking for forgiveness, Wannabe. You don't have to have the same exact opinions that I do. It's fine.
Just unbelievable. All the memories, all the, like I said, all the stuff. It's just stuff, right? At the end of the day. Oh, my neighbors, my old neighbors. These were my old neighbors. They moved away. Don't even know if my son wants it or not. Oh, but here's my poncho. Did that. Oh, and then he ripped off my private no trespassing sign off of my door up there.
Because you can't put a no trespassing sign. Right now, you're trespassing, technically.
Let's see what they have on the front door. Jimmy Dean sausage. Let's see what it says. Code compliance. Place all items stored outside, inside a building, or remove them from the property. PMI Mortgage Insurance Company. Well, that's interesting.
Foreclosed, not just evicted. She's a sovereign citizen.
Hold on, guys. I gotta stop and take a picture of this.
Alright, let's see. Do we have any other stuff we're gonna look at from her?
So today is
Oh my god, this one's 40 minutes long. What the fuck?
April 20th. I am back out at my location, my house, not Larry Branch's house, not LB Construction, not PMI Mortgage Insurance, not any of these people. This house is mine. It's in a land patent. It's in the Republic of Texas.
There's no such thing as land patents anymore.
And I guess the easiest way to explain this to you guys is, do you know what happens to whistleblowers and people who tell the truth?
Oh god.
Do you know that whistleblowers get disappeared or canceled?
How about that Ryan interview? We're gonna cover it tomorrow. Tomorrow's meme stocks. So if you like the meme stock stuff, we have some juicy stuff to go over tomorrow with GameStop trying to acquire eBay. But we'll talk about that tomorrow.
Or
And by that I mean we'll make fun of Ryan Cohen tomorrow.
everything taken from them.
The PP show did a big celebration stream, by the way, about the potential GameStop eBay merger because they think Bed Bath & Beyond is involved. It's not.
That's what this is all about.
I don't think it's going to happen either. Hydrate.
This is because I spoke up too much to try to help other people understand what was going on. I spoke up during COVID about the COVID shots. You see, my dad worked for Pfizer.
You're not doing yourself any favors.
I know a lot about pharmaceuticals.
Oh my God, did you hear that?
You see, my dad worked for Pfizer. I know a lot about pharmaceuticals.
Guys, my dad works at Nintendo, so I know how to unlock the secret characters. You don't know about pharmaceuticals or the industry just because your dad worked in it. Knowledge doesn't transfer via osmosis.
And I know about the harms that were being caused by pharmaceuticals. What they were putting in the vaccines, how they were targeting certain areas with certain vaccines to kill off populations and areas that, you know, have people like me that are whistleblowers.
God, the delusions of grandeur.
And that's what this is all about. This is not because I didn't pay my taxes.
Who you trying to convince? Me or you?
This is not because I didn't pay my mortgage. Because my house is paid off, folks. And I don't owe taxes because, again, my husband served this country. He was 100% service connected.
Okay, when he died, you have to file paperwork to transfer that. You clearly didn't.
Disabled veteran. And when you're a disabled veteran and you can't work anymore, you don't pay taxes in Texas. That's the benefit that the military's given in Texas.
Right. But you need to file the paperwork after your husband died.
And so, here's a drone. These things fly over my house all the time. Always surveilling.
Oh no. She's this close to gang stalking territory. This fucking close.
But this is not about not paying a mortgage. Again, this is not about not paying taxes. And the constable that's the superior constable or whatever the hell his title is on his business card, you know, that they didn't identify themselves when they came out here. Anybody can create a business card. Anybody can put anything on a freaking business card and say, this is who I am.
I'm sorry, are you claiming that the cops that showed up in their cop cars and uniforms and with legal paperwork, you're claiming that you don't know they were cops? They were cops.
And I've learned this because I was working with a CIA agent.
I'm sure.
Who claimed he was in the Republic of Texas, and he's
definitely a real FBI agent.
Had a business card that said he was a Texas Ranger. He wasn't.
Okay. So your friends are also crazy. Cool beans.
But, like I said, anybody can make a business card and say that they are somebody.
Can anybody get like half a dozen police cars and police uniforms and all the accoutrement? No, not realistically.
And so, you know, the people look at all of these constables and law enforcement who refuse to give their names, by the way. They'll give you their last name. They'll say, I'm Officer so-and-so, but they won't give you a first name. They won't give you a way to contact anybody.
You literally just said they gave you business cards.
Why? Because they're all operating under the color of law and fraud. None of them have an oath. None of them, or a proper oath anyway. None of them have a proper oath. None of them have a bond. And if you go to the county records or you go to the county clerk and ask for to get their oath and bond, she'll stamp a piece of paper for you. But I promise you, it's not a proper oath and it's not a proper bond.
What's improper about it?
And they have their bonds, they have insurance companies in lieu of a bond. So you see, when they hurt people, they're never accountable for what the actions that they do. They're never held accountable for what they do. What I learned, because I became a notary for the state of Texas, and
so in the other video, when she said notaries have more power in court than judges, she said that because she's a notary, right? I'm a notary, you're fucked.
When I became a notary, I learned that all of these elected officials, like the Secretary of State, they're all protected by law enforcement. The law enforcement protects the corporations. The law enforcement does not protect the people at all. And I've experienced that on so many levels. I called the police because, again, they jammed my phone number when they came out here, so I could not call any friends to come help me. So they jammed my phone. They all came with guns. None of them had a body camera, not a single one of them, because that would give evidence. And what they don't want is anybody to have evidence of what they've done, which is why I'm out here recording all of this crime scene, because that's what this is. They came in, gang pressed me at my door, and made themselves welcome in my home and claimed it as theirs. And this is what happens, because I guarantee you I was well within my right to pull a gun on them and tell them to get lost per the Second Amendment.
Oh boy! Glad you didn't do that. We don't need more Desi Freemans.
I have the right to bear arms, and I have the right to protect my land and my...
You do not have the right to shoot cops that are legally on your property in order to serve you legal documents. Oh my God.
my home. But you see, people have forgotten that. People think that the only people that can have guns and the only people that can use them are the people that keep telling you they're the ones that can have the guns. I guess nobody's paying attention to Australia. I guess nobody's paying attention to what's happening in Brazil, the UK, all of it. And they had no paperwork showing that anybody different than me owns this home. They went in and changed the ownership on the public record. They deleted, because, you know, electric records can just disappear so quickly. So they deleted.
What does she think is happening? She thinks she's being targeted by a global conspiracy, basically.
My affidavit of heirship. They deleted my last will and testament that my husband and I did together, put together by Shepherd Air Force Base, prepared by the military. And this...
Ma'am, I'm sure that he gave you the house and everything. That's not the issue. The issue is you didn't file the paperwork to keep the property, from being tax exempt. Like, I don't know what... You should have filled it out. This is so stupid. This is such a problem of her own making. She had to fill out, like, a couple forms, probably.
This is what happens. They delete it, make it like it didn't ever happen, and then they create their own paperwork, put it on the record, and they come do this. This is why I screenshot everything. I saw it in real time, them taking down my records, and I have it all caught and captured. So the fact that anybody came out to my house and told me I couldn't be here anymore and that I had to leave, and they used guns to do it, and they stood out here, these constables stood out here when the corporation is down and they have no authority, they have no jurisdiction, they have no right to do any of this.
Hermetic Cuttlefish says, did you hear about the follow-up to Desi Freeman? It seems the reason he opened fire on the police executing the warrant was his extensive stash of CSAM was on the property. I did hear that. I was not shocked to hear it. Very fucked up. Fucked up shit. Fucked up all around.
I don't know when people in America, again, are going to wake up and realize this could be your house next. This could be you. Your house is paid off, so what? They don't care. They don't care your house is paid off. Because they'll find a way to steal it anyways. They did with mine. And again, I ask you people, because all these people sit here and say, we don't have a republic, or they deny the Republic of Texas. And all I can sit here and say is, hello, let's say the Pledge of Allegiance together. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands.
Yes, America is a republic. It's a republic.
It's one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. There's no justice here. This was a rogue judge who made a decision. And I don't even know if it was a rogue judge, because honestly, they had the deputy clerk write up the order, which never got served. It literally says in the docket that it was unserved. And if it was unserved, then that means they couldn't be here to do this. But they did it anyway. And everybody looks at me like I'm the bad guy here.
I don't know if I'd say bad guy, more confused and deluded person.
A bad guy. The bad guys were the ones who ripped my house apart and threw everything I own into the damn front yard. Look at all of this mess, guys. Look at all of this. And this is what the vultures did when they came through here, ravaging through everything. This is how sick and twisted people are. Oh, and yesterday when I came out, my neighbors at this house, who he happens to be military, his name is Sean. He is Navy. He got this house. It's an actual rental home. And when the house went up for sale during COVID, he got dibs on it. Why? Because he's military. Not only is he military, he came from Virginia. You guys know what's in Virginia? That's the headquarters of the VA. Okay. The VA, who was also trying to steal my house back in 2023. The VA, who was noticed, they had no jurisdiction.
The VA tried to take your house?
They were involved. They sent this guy to come and spy on me. And yesterday, when I was out here...
You think that your neighbor was sent to spy on you? Okay, remember how I said she was this close to gang stalking? She's at gang stalking. I apologize. I did not realize we were in that deep. She is at gang stalking.
Collecting my things out of the yard, what I could still salvage. He called the cops on me because I was sitting out here and all of a sudden a cop pulls up and he gets out and he was like, do you know what happened here? And I said, yeah. I said, this is what happens when the mafia and cartel come rip you out of your house forcibly without consent and throw all your crap in the yard. That's what this is. And he goes, well, who are you? And do you know Sean? And at first I was like, didn't even think about Sean. It didn't register with me because I was thinking about Larry Branch and all these other people. And so...
I'm sorry, wasn't Sean her dead husband's name?
It took me a minute to capture who he was really talking about. And then I realized he was talking about the guy that lives next door to me that called the police.
Never mind.
On me.
I thought for a second she forgot her dead husband's name, and I was like, my bad.
And he called the police on me because he wanted to see me trespassed and go to jail. Because he is a traitor for the military. He's doing the bidding. He's a mercenary.
So the opposite of a traitor, because he would be following the military's orders, so that wouldn't be treason. Okay.
Here, harming Americans. He's not even from Texas, folks.
Texas people who take Texas identity seriously are fucking hilarious. He's not even Texan. Who the fuck cares? Who fucking cares about Texas? What the fuck are you talking about?
He's from Virginia. And I've done all the research on him. So he was here spying on me to help them get my house. And he was helping them because, again, he called the cops on me yesterday. And then 2 cops showed up. Well, guess what? I don't have a criminal trespass on me, so they couldn't do anything anyway. But here's the real deal. They can't do anything anyway because they have no jurisdiction, and I've already noticed them of it, and I made them fully aware of that yesterday.
I think day by day she's getting crazier. Have you noticed that? As days go by, the longer this is happening, I think she's getting crazier.
Yesterday. And I told them they need to leave me alone because they have no jurisdiction.
Can I just ask, what is she even doing at this point? Is she just hoping this resolves itself? I'm not hearing any, like, I'm gonna do this next. I'm gonna do this next. Here's the next step. Like, it feels like she's just, like, sleeping in her car outside of the house and hoping that this gets fixed. Like, it doesn't feel like she's taking an initiative to do anything, including moving her stuff out of the property.
I have submitted all the paperwork. I have...
Okay, so she submitted paperwork of some kind.
Put it on the public record.
Oh, this
that
is
I'm in
old
the Republic of
stuff.
Texas.
That's not a thing.
Texas was never annexed, folks. If any of y'all
It was literally brought into America twice.
still believe that, you better start doing your homework, and you better get into history, and you better learn that these people are liars. But here's the deal. You tell a story enough times, people start to believe it. Just like this. You can go into Google now, and I've been watching Google, and the trending is changing for who the owner is of my home. And all of this time, it was mine. Well, now it's starting to show LB Construction as the owner. LB Construction...
Yes, they bought the house!
...can't own anything.
Yeah, they bought the house!
A corporation cannot own anything. Can a
corporations own... What? Corporations can't own things. Yes, they can. They do all the time. That's literally the function of many companies, is to own property, then have other people utilize, which they profit off of. What are you talking about?
Corporation sign a document? No. Can a corporation clean a house? No. A corporation...
They can hire people that are their employees to clean your house. They can, through the company, buy assets that are under the company, like a rental car company. Random choice. Rental car company. They buy a fleet of vehicles that they can then rent out to people for money. They own that property. The company does.
Cannot own anything. So let me just make that very clear. So the mere fact that they have LB Construction as the grantee now, LB Construction couldn't even show up in the courtroom. Okay?
Also, I didn't expect us to take pretty much the whole stream on her, but this is very interesting to me.
Just like
I have tons of court stuff pulled up that we just didn't get through. Next time.
The state of Texas cannot be a victim because they can't show up in a courtroom. That's why they have attorneys. They make you get an attorney to represent the corporations. And do you know that your all caps name that the government gave you made you a corporation? Which is why they make you get an attorney when you go to court. And then guess who they side against when you go to court? They're going to give everything to the corporations, guys. Because the corporations and the courts are not Article 3 courts. They're literally British territorial administrative banks.
They're not.
That's all they are. And when you people start to realize this, and you realize there is no due process, and you realize the government is not the government, I've been out here asking people, what is Washington, D.C.? People don't know.
She's just saying things to comfort herself. That's what I'm saying. It feels like she's stuck in a loop. It feels like she's, like, not doing anything and just staying in place and repeating these things to convince herself she's right and just hoping this all fixes itself. Like, I don't know. It feels... It's like she's stuck mentally and doesn't know what to do, so she's just doing nothing.
Well, people think it's a state. Washington, D.C.
She did say the government is not the government. Yeah.
State. Then I say, what is DC? And they know it's District of Columbia.
Fenekagami says states like Texas don't get to act like being from their state makes them better than any other American. At least states like Maryland or Virginia have been there for the entire history of the country. Those states fought to found the country. Maryland just became the first state to ban dynamic pricing in grocery stores. What's Texas done? Oh right, overcharge people for electricity during a blackout and let Elon take over.
And I'm like, well, how is the District of Columbia part of America, folks?
It's the capital.
I'm not trying to undermine you. I'm not trying to berate you or anything, I promise. We were all taught wrong. Our education system failed America.
It failed you.
But it was deliberate. It was on purpose. And so, where's our real government? Does anybody know? Does anybody know where the Declaration of Independence was signed? Because that's where the real government was.
Yes, they moved the capital to D.C.
Philadelphia, folks. Not Washington, D.C., District of Columbia.
For free? That's it?
May as well.
You didn't know?
Well, it was my house.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What happened?
I'm doing a live right now. But the constables, who are basically cartel mafia, came and, under duress, forced me out of my home and threw all my stuff out in the yard and took my house.
Really?
Yes. And they don't own it because I have all the records that show that I own it.
So, Opa, this is your house, but this is your stuff.
Yep.
So why is it taking
Because that's what the government does. It's called communism.
communism?
Thing happening under capitalism. This is communism. I hate Americans. I'm in Michigan. I was this close to being born in Canada. So close, but so far.
Communism. Everybody thinks we're in socialism. Oh, we're way past that. This is like
We are not in socialism or communism.
Nazi Germany right now. This is
The Nazis were a right-wing fascist movement.
like Auschwitz.
I'm sorry, is the open anti-Semite trying to compare her situation to the Holocaust? That's confusing.
You know when they burned all the people, burned all the Christians, so they say?
Does this lady think that Christians were targeted in the Holocaust? Oh my god. No. 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 The Nazis were Christian. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What? Christians weren't targeted by the Holocaust. I mean, there may have been some specific sects or something. I don't know necessarily. But, like, Christians broadly were not targeted. Jewish people, Romani people, queer people of all stripes. Yep, Jehovah's Witnesses. What the fuck are you talking about?
That's what this is. It's just on a different level. And people don't understand that.
This is not kind of you don't pay like bills or something like
No,
that.
my house is paid off. I don't owe taxes and my house is paid off.
Neither, I don't know about the mortgage thing. I know the tax thing definitely isn't true. But if the VA was trying to get the house back, I'm assuming it wasn't paid off and she just thinks it was.
I have all the records. They're all recorded in the public record with the state. This is cartel mafia. You see ICE on the TV all the time ripping people out of their homes? That's what this is.
Wait, what? You voted for Trump! You voted for Trump! What? What is happening? What is she talking about?
So why just you come to your house? That's my question.
Because they'll trespass me and bring the guns. That's why I can't go back in. Because nobody would believe me. My neighbors wouldn't believe me. If I shot at the constables, you know who would end up dead? Me.
Yeah, you're not allowed to murder people, boo-hoo. You literally have a Trump 2020 sign. There's a 2024 sign, too. So she voted for him in 2024. It's not even like it was a oopsie 2020 thing. She went back to it.
Because constables have made everybody believe that they have the authority to do what they do. And they came here with, why does it take 7 men with guns to take me, no guns, out of my house?
Because people get very emotional, understandably, during foreclosures. They get very upset. Their entire life is being torn apart. So yeah, they bring a lot of cops because people do irrational things. You're also openly talking about the fact that you think you have the right to shoot and kill these police officers, so I don't think it's that shocking. I think you've answered your own question, because psychos like you think they can shoot them. So if they bring 6, you won't do that because you'll know you can't take out all 6. Jesus Christ.
So
Fenigagami with the 125 stream streak says, crazy people like this need to be shoved in every right-wing pundit's face. I know they wouldn't care, but everyone needs to be reminded what Republicans did to the minds of Americans. It's sick. It really is.
this who's come to you is government or?
What do you mean?
I mean the guys come with guns to you.
Yeah,
Is
it was
police. Or?
it was Tarrant County. It was Tarrant County came with the constable, their constable department. I have called the sheriff numerous times. I even have his personal cell phone number.
Oh, I'm sure he loves that.
Called him. He doesn't pick up. He doesn't answer.
I can't imagine why. I love psychos calling me.
He's never in his office. I've been to his office probably 10 times minimum.
Oh man, I wonder why he doesn't answer your calls.
And he's never in his office. So where are the elected officials? Dale Clark, the constable that was elected for this county, for this precinct, he was supposed to be the one to come serve me if I was to be out of this house. Him and the sheriff are the only 2 people that can serve me and move me out of my house. This was cartel mafia that came and moved me out of my house. So you're free to take whatever you want because it's all just trash. You know, we're just indigents, we're just slaves, we're just chattel, and this is what communism looks like.
Again, thing that is happening in capitalism because of capitalism. Communism? No! What? Communism is things I don't like. And I don't like this a lot, so it's very communist.
It can be your house tomorrow because with everything going AI and electronic, they can delete whatever record they want and they can steal whatever property they want. So my advice to everybody that's listening to this live right now and listening you here, I would go down to the county and I would get a copy of all your records that you have recorded on your property.
Gitara says, I'm super duper late to this stream, but is this person getting evicted because of SovSit nonsense she believed? Yes.
I would have them file
She did say chattel.
Stamped by the clerk so that you have proof that on that day.
Altered Undying says, I'm sad to let you know Canada's Supreme Court robes changed. Losers! Put on the Santa outfit!
Hey, those were the records that were in the system. Because they can go in and delete them. And I promise you, if the internet goes down, y'all better make sure that you have copies of your records. Because if you don't, your house is free will to anybody. That would be my biggest recommendation for anybody that wants to know what to do right now. Thank you.
By the end of that conversation, you can tell he realized she's crazy.
What happened? The cartel mafia happened.
Stop saying that to people.
If you don't understand in Tarrant County that we have mafia running our government, that the constables, they all came out here with no body cameras. No.
I'm Sergeant Corleone. I'm here to remove you from your house.
No.
It was a nice house. It'd be a shame if something happened to it.
No judge's order. No nothing. 7 constables and law enforcement came out here with guns, no body cameras, and removed me from my home and then threw all my shit out in the yard. Yep. I've lived here for 22 years. No, I own it. It's paid off. My husband served this country. He died in 2014, and they target widows, they target veterans, and they target single women. This is happening all over the country. I have people that are listening to me that are in Philadelphia, Utah, Oklahoma, Florida, where their homes are being stolen, and it's mostly women. And you know why? Because our men are not standing up and protecting us.
Again, weird. Weird.
The men around us, our neighbors, are not.
I'm sorry, is she like passive-aggressively telling these random men that were just curious what's going on that they're not doing enough to protect her? Oh my god. Way to completely act like you have no agency, lady. That's great. That's great. It must feel very good to feel like you literally don't have any power to do anything for yourself.
Not protecting us. This is what happens to widows and veterans daily across the country. This isn't just me. And
oh man, wouldn't it be crazy if housing was like a right or something? Weird.
Here's the thing I was telling him. Everything is going electronic. Well, it's already been electronic for a while. But with the AI coming in, they can
I like when they just use AI vaguely.
literally wipe your records and you can own nothing.
How will AI do that differently than a human deleting records? I don't know, but AI is a buzzword, so...
Your home can be like this tomorrow, I promise you.
No.
So what they're doing is criminal. Tarrant County will not let you record public records unless you're an attorney, a notary, or a broker, real estate agent. That's the only people who can record in Tarrant County. They're part of it too. They're all part of it. They all cover for each other. The law enforcement is under the United Nations. They were federalized under the United Nations.
Law enforcement is not under the United Nations. The United Nations is not a government. It is a place for countries to have open diplomatic relations. It's not a government.
They have 2 sets of uniforms. They've got their municipal friendly uniform we see every day, pretending to be heroes. And then they have their United Nations uniform. So when the button gets pushed to go to war, well, they'll come start.
Oh, this is directly out of David Straight, too. She must watch a lot of David Straight stuff.
Start ripping people out of their homes. So I'll be back to my house eventually. I don't know what's going to happen. This guy doesn't own my house because a corporation can't own a home.
Yes, they can. I would agree that's a problem. I don't necessarily want that to be the case. But it is the case, currently. They can do that. They do that. Do.
I own the home. I own the home on the public record. I have stacks and stacks of binders with all of the
binders full of women?
Information as to why this is my house.
That's a dated joke. Was that a fucking Mitt Romney joke in 2026? Oh my god.
So,
I hope you figure it out.
Well, people need to start going and holding their governments accountable to their oaths of office. Everybody, not just me. Not just because it happened to me, and don't wait till it happens to you. People need to start going and talk.
When did she get foreclosed on? Middle of last month. This video is some days after that, 3 or 4, maybe 5 days.
To their officials and asking why this is happening. You know, why is this happening in my neighborhood? Why is this woman being kicked out of her home? Where's the proof that this guy bought her home? Because there is none. Have a good day. Thank you for stopping. So this is how it works, guys. And people.
She has a lot of empty purple bottles. All that purple stuff, those are like little bottles. What are all those little purple bottles? What the fuck? You just have like 30 tiny purple bottles? Is she a hoarder?
People just still don't really understand, I don't think.
I feel like there'd be more stuff if she was a hoarder.
You know, I mean, they're confused. They don't understand why this is happening. But again, we're living in Nazi Germany. That's all this is. Communism, complete, absolute.
Famously, Nazi Germany loved communism, actually. Famously, Hitler wrote often about how much he loved communists.
Communism, steal from everybody, take what you can get.
Okay, I don't trust, I trust you guys, but broadly I need to say this. Hitler and the Nazis hated communists and, like, actual socialists. They hated them. He wrote extensively about how he hated communism and linked it to Jewish conspiracy. Like, that's a big part of Hitler's thing.
And, you know, where's that in the Bible, folks? So many people claim they're Christians, and here's my biggest question. Where's the church in all of this? Where's the church? Not one single church has reached out to me. Not one.
Do you expect them to just do it? Like, do you go to a church? You expect a random church somewhere to hear about this somehow and help you? What?
And all these people that go to church and claim that they're the good Christians that they are, I'm sorry, where are you guys? Where are you guys? Are you guys going to the government and asking them how a widow is living like this now? And now I have no place to go, staying in a hotel, and it's not the greatest hotel, but at least it's a roof over my head and a place to keep my
At least she has a hotel. That's good.
pets. But at the end of the day, I shouldn't even be there because these guys had no authority to do what they did here. No jurisdiction. Their jurisdiction is in the 10-mile square of Washington, D.C., and that's it. They have no right to even be pulling people over on the side of the road. Nothing. Writing citations. What is a citation? What is a warrant? Break that word up. War, rant. They're always ranting. And they're always warring against the people.
It's not war rant, it's warrant. So it would be war ent. But I guess that doesn't work as well for your bullshit wordplay.
People don't see that either. And then they put you in jail to collect money off of you. It's not because you did something wrong.
It costs them money to keep you in jail. They don't make money.
It's because they created a lie and then put you in jail for it so they could make money off of you. People don't understand that either. I'm ready for people to start doing their homework and waking up and realizing that this is...
Oh, you're right. It is war rant. Well,
this is not...
I'll take the L on that one.
What
That's the best part about speaking for a living every day, is you get to say stupid shit and get called out for it. Thank you.
God did. God gave us and provided everything for us. There is plenty in this world to go around for everybody. But you know what? They don't see it that way. I love this shirt. You mad, bro? Because he's
Who is this shirt for?
about to be. It's just absolutely not okay, all of this.
HCF says, fun fact, there's an entire section in Mein Kampf where Hitler basically whines about how he concluded that he hated communists because he kept getting bullied by the workers on a construction job he was working when he kept trying to debate lord them during their lunch breaks. Fascists have not changed, have they? deeply, deeply rooted in insecurity. What a bummer.
I think I may take this shirt. It was my son's that got left behind when he moved out. You know, that's the other thing they love to do, is divide your family. Because my son would still be with me if this had not happened.
There's a, okay.
And because it happened, you know, he
I feel very bad for her son. I am
was
concerned.
kind of forced to go one way, and we were forced to go another.
Ma'am, you know it's normal for your adult children to leave your house, right? I left the house at 18. It was great, because my parents were shit.
And this is how they break up the family unit. And it's called Freemasonry. All of these corporations or clubs, and people used to talk about the bar. And when I started saying it's the British Accredited Registry, people laughed at me and they're like, oh, that's not what it means.
It's not what it means. Ha ha.
Well, they have a license with the king and the queen, guys.
No, they don't.
That's what the bar is. It's like all these bars that they keep building around here. Where do you think they're getting the money? Are y'all awake yet? Is America awake yet? America's been sleeping for far too long. The Brits said they would come in and they wouldn't have to hit a nuclear button necessarily. They were going to take us out one by one. And they're doing it. And people don't see it. They just don't see it. So I guess my question is, when do you see it? And when do you do something about it? And when do you start standing with your neighbors? And those that like to snitch, like the neighbor at this house right here, I wish they were here so I could take a picture of their cars and actually them.
I wish they were here so I could dox them.
But when you start snitching like that, what's that saying? Snitches get stitches or something like that?
Oh my god.
I don't like to harm anybody. I would never harm anybody.
But
in fact, I've never harmed anybody through all this. But look at me. I'm the one who's being harmed. And what are people doing about it? I know a lot of people don't know what to do about it because everybody's just shocked. I think this has sent a shockwave through my neighborhood because people don't know what to do. And the truth of the matter is,
ma'am, I promise all your neighbors are just gossiping about you. They're going, that crazy lady got kicked out of her house. Like, I'm sure they have thoughts about it, just not the thoughts you assume.
There's more of us than there are of them. And that's what people need to realize.
Night, main captain.
Who remembers the Wizard of Oz when Glinda the Witch said, the power has always been with you. All you had to do is click your heels 3 times. The power is in the people. And the people have always had the power. But you got to learn to use it. You got to learn to stand. And you can't keep standing for this communism bullcrap. And these guys that run around with badges and guns pretending to be law. Because they're not lawful. And see, that's another thing that they do. They mix lawful and legal.
If she's a David Straight fan, she's going to say that the difference between lawful and legal is that one of them means to go against the law of God.
Lawful is land, air, and water. Lawful is God's law. Lawful is morals and values and doing what's right and not harming your neighbors. It's real simple. If you have
Again, Trump voter.
a moral compass. But this is not a moral compass, folks. This is all legal. Legal is business practices. Legal is codes, statutes, mandates, ordinances, regulations, and any other thing that they can come up with.
No such distinction exists in the law.
That is what legal is. But you see, the government, they keep everybody in confusion and chaos because they use
Seems like you're doing a good job yourself.
those words interchangeably. Just like the word sovereign citizen. My gosh, if I hear another cop say, "Oh, what are you, a sovereign citizen?" No, because a citizen is a slave, first of all. A citizen is what a cop is, because they're an employee for the corporation. They work for the system.
Right, so everything you're saying is sovereign citizen shit. That's why they're calling you a sovereign citizen. Literally, the thing you're saying right now is sovereign citizen stuff. I'm an expert on sovereign citizens. I'm not an expert in anything except maybe Blu-rays. I will say I'm an expert on sovereign citizens. You are one. You are one.
But you know what? On the backside, they operate in the private, which makes them the ones who are actually the sovereign citizens. But they try to flip it on us like we're some criminal when they're the ones who are the criminals. We're sovereign because God gave us our sovereignty. He gave us the land, the air, the water. He gave us everything that we needed, the food.
Why'd Americans have to kill so many people to get it then?
But you see what the corporations have done is they've made it their own. They sell it to us, they poison it, and they kill us. That's what they do. Guys, it's time to wake up. It's time to take back what's ours and get rid of these people that claim that they're here to be the heroes and save us. They're not the first responders. They're not anybody. Here, I'm going to go up here and see if I can see inside my house. My house.
I would agree, Chromatic Cuttlefish. I don't think she's in
Look
a
at all
normal...
this food.
Like, obviously, she's not in a normal state of mind. But I mean, even by her normal standards, I think this event has probably exacerbated all of the issues she already had.
Good guys. This is disgusting. It's all just sitting out here.
Ew.
All sitting out here. Disgusting.
Not the yogurt!
So,
Yogurt's the bomb. Yogurt is so good.
that's the inside of my home.
Looks like it was a beautiful home. Ugh. Look at that big window. Looks nice.
Oh, they kept my cleaner bottles. I'm sure they kept other things too. There's still some stuff missing that they didn't put out here.
Ma'am, your lawn is littered with garbage bags. You did not go and itemize every item. You have no idea what is or is not there necessarily.
And I know they didn't put it out here because I know exactly where it was, and it's not out here.
What's the it?
So, and I know they stole all the chlorine, you know.
I mean, I assume you have a pool and that's what the chlorine is for? You don't have a pool anymore. You don't need the chlorine.
It's disgusting. This just disgusts me. All of it. And it should disgust you too. My son's homecoming moms. Just life all thrown in the yard. Just discarded because they consider us trash. That's what we are. Indigent, slave, trash to them. And you know, the kings used to protect the people, but the kings aren't protecting the people anymore.
What an insane view on the history of monarchy. Oh no. That is insane. No, historically, kings did not protect the people as their primary goal.
They're destroying people. And it's just really sad.
I imagine that was a narrative, probably kind of sold the peasants, not the reality.
To me. That this isn't just happening to me. Not just happening to me. And so...
You're surprised no one took the mattress? It rained like the first day, so I think the mattress is probably ruined. It's probably soaked.
Here's a message for today. Cling to what is good. So I'm still looking for what's good today. I'm glad that I woke up this morning I'm glad I've had the opportunity to come at least look through some stuff. And
I hear a school bus. No, garbage truck.
I'm thankful that people have come down here and seen what's going on. People have come and hugged my neck. People I haven't seen in like 4 years now because of COVID have come out of their little shell and...
Ma'am, it's 2026. Do you think people are still avoiding things for COVID? This is not an old video. Have her friends just not seen her in years for pretty obvious reasons that she's mentally not doing well and she thinks it's because of COVID?
You know, they're concerned. I have people calling me from all over the state.
How long till that garbage truck picks up the rest of her shit? I'm sure soon whoever owns the house now is going to rent a big dumpster and just hire someone to throw everything in there.
Over the country. Now, asking me, are you okay? It's pretty awesome. I'm thankful for that. I know God's got something bigger. I really do.
That's so dangerous. Look, I'm not even going to comment directly on, like, your religious beliefs, whatever, but you can't just assume when things are going terrible that, like, oh, everything's going to work out. You have to work towards that. You can't just manifest it. You need to be doing something.
I don't know what it is.
Like, it's giving me anxiety seeing her just, like, in this situation and not doing anything.
Don't know if he allowed this to happen so these people could be exposed. I'm going to tell you one other thing and then I'm going to get off here. This lady that came 3 times the first day after this happened and basically said all my stuff was trash and she should just take whatever she wanted. She came back today, guys, and she brought back stuff and she put it back in my yard. Now, if that isn't God moving and waking people up, I don't know what.
That's not God. She might have just felt like a shithead. Or she told a family member what happened and they're like, oh, that's a shitty thing to do. Because it is.
It is. If it's giving people a conscience and showing people that this was not right, what happened here, I don't know what is. And that right there, if that's the one thing that I was able to do with all of this, man, that makes me feel just so good inside. That I'm able to help people see what's going on in our country. And that nobody should be without a house. Nobody should be without food.
You voted for Donald Trump.
We shouldn't have homeless on the corner. We shouldn't have any of that.
I cannot understand this person's beliefs and how they mesh with their political choices.
But the corporations have made that happen. And it's, again, it's just disgusting to me what they've done and made people believe. Because again, say it as many times as they want, it becomes truth. Just like how they disappeared the Republic of Texas by saying, oh yeah, it was annexed. It was never annexed, folks. But they made everybody believe it. And because everybody believed it, it was true. And because it was true, well, that's where we're at right now. With cartel.
States are like a, what's the word I'm thinking of? Sorry. They're like a social construction, right? They're not like a physical thing. So there's no difference between Texas being annexed or being part of the United States and everyone believing it's part of the United States. People believing it is what makes it true because it's a social construct. So there's no difference between everyone believes this and it being true in this case because it's a social construct. Gitara says all this time she spent ranting about this could have been better used to secure the important stuff on her lawn. Also, thinking about it, that's a lot of stuff. I barely own even a fraction of that much stuff. I don't even think my parents own that much stuff. It's a shame it appears she was fortunate to have all of this stuff and basically gave it up for Sobsit crap. Agreed. Agreed. She needs someone to step in and help her because she is lost.
Mafia doing what they do. So, sorry, covered y'all up. This is why people need to start educating themselves, standing and looking after your neighbors. Pure, plain and simple. Just help each other. How hard is that? You know, everybody wants to talk about good deeds. How hard is it to do a good deed? You know, it's not about the green stuff in your pocket. It's about what you do every day. And so,
Do I think COVID broke her brain? Don't think it helped.
that's it for me today, guys. Nobody's come out here. I don't know where the heck he is, but he sure left a big nasty mess for my neighbors to look at for I don't know how long. The code compliance has given PMI insurance, the owner, not Larry Branch, who's the shell. They've given them till, I think, May 11th. Something like that. That's like 2 weeks. 2 weeks this stuff can sit out here. This meat, all this food can sit out here for 2 weeks.
That's until, what, next Monday?
And you think Larry Branch cares? He just wanted the damn house. He just wanted me out of it so they can try to flip it. And let me just tell you guys, looking for houses right now, the rents are ridiculous. The square footage, my house is 2240 square feet. One of the houses I'm looking at right now, for $18.95 a month, or $19.95 a month, will get you 1,800 square feet. That's the biggest house we found. Everything else.
Don't you, how many people are living there? Do you need 1,800 square feet?
Else is like 1,200 square feet for $2,000 a month, $2,200 a month, $2,500 a month. And this is what they're doing.
I agree. Rent is ridiculous.
They're coming in, buying up all the land. China's helping through BlackRock and Vanguard. And that's what they're doing. This house right here next door to me, another rental. So, could be your house next.
So capitalism. You're complaining about capitalism.
And if you don't start standing and start asking questions and going to your county officials and asking why this happened in this neighborhood, and if you're in this neighborhood, why this happened in your neighborhood when the house is paid off and she doesn't owe taxes,
You do owe taxes.
what was your reason for taking her out when you have no jurisdiction? What was the reason for all of it? Because I'll tell you, they don't have an answer.
Hydrate.
And they sure as hell can't prove it on paper because they have no proof.
They did.
They haven't even
That's
shown
why
it to
you're not
me.
in your house.
So if they do show it to you, please get copies because I'd love to see it because I've not seen it. They drug me through court, been to 3 courts now, and they haven't done anything to show that they had any right to do any of this. They're just rogue actors doing what they want to do. So y'all have a good day. Pray that I find a place that I can stay with my boyfriend and with my 2
Where's your boyfriend? Jesus Christ, shouldn't he be helping you with this? What the fuck?
awesome pets. And because hotel life ain't great, and I shouldn't be there. I should be in this house, and I have every right to go get a locksmith and change the locks back, but
You do not.
I just don't think that would fare well because people in America, again, believe that the cops have more authority and that I'm the bad guy.
Again, don't necessarily think you're the bad guy. I think you're the confused wrong person.
So
Can you see the comments? I'm pretty sure it's just going to be people supporting her, because this is her Facebook page. This isn't on YouTube.
this is why I haven't
look,
done
though.
anything, because America's not standing with me yet. America still stands with the wrong side because they believe that cops are heroes. My gosh, I look on Facebook all the time and they're posting about what they did. The police, look at us,
Yeah, here's a comment. Where are the men? Where are the Christians? With a possessive apostrophe for some reason. Where is humanity that people have not stood by your side? If I were in Texas, I'd be right with you.
us on the back. We're such heroes. Well, the heroes didn't come out this day when I called them. The heroes didn't show up. In fact, they refused to show up. So, heroes, not so much when you allow this to happen. Go ask your law enforcement why they...
Oh boy, someone in the comments says, get firing... Get firing range ready. And Mel says, I'm looking forward to taking care of business with all of these treacherous evil scum.
allowed this to happen, and then ask why law enforcement showed up yesterday to intimidate me again. Except they didn't intimidate me, because they don't intimidate me, because they're just people. They're just people carrying a gun who think they have authority when they don't. And as soon as people figure that out, we're going to be a lot better off in America. And if you think that your life is hard right now, here, let me tell you something else. Life is going to be so much better when we get rid of all these people. Because so much better when we get rid of all these people.
She just wants to murder so many people.
Because then, you know, you shouldn't have to have a license to go fishing. You shouldn't have to have
They made me get a license to go fishing, so now I have to day of the rope them.
a license to do anything. But see, that's how they've entrapped us with everything. Here's my other notice that was on the door. Oh, hold on. This is the one I took to the courthouse. And you can see right here, I am the grantee. You can see right here, I have my affidavits recorded.
None of this means anything.
Let's see what else is on here. This is my affidavit of non-abandonment that's recorded in Hood County on
They're not saying you abandoned it. They're foreclosing on you.
February 22nd, 2023. It was never rebutted. I sent this to the constables.
They don't need to rebut your nonsense.
I sent it to the sheriff. And here's my, you can't really tell because it got rained on, but this is my notarial presentment that was done to the mortgage company that they were in dishonor. And here's the dishonor notice signed by...
Look at how official it is. She put a clip art treasure chest on it. I'm sorry. The concept of someone making what they think is like a very serious legal document and then putting clip art in it is the funniest thing I've ever seen. It's a visual aid.
I too know
it's about money, so you know, treasure chest.
Notaries. Tina Scott and Monique Mitchell were the notaries on this. And a notary, my friends, is higher than a judge.
No, they're not.
So this is again why I should not be out of my house, because I own it. It shows that I paid it in full. The mortgage company was in
You know what? If you really believe that, break in. Let's see how that goes.
dishonor. And I shouldn't be here. This should not be happening. But you see, the judges are rogue. They ignored all my documents because they wanted my house. And that's why this is communism, cartel, mafia running it, and just stealing. So I hope that you spread the word to your friends. I hope you share this. I hope there's some education in what I just gave y'all this morning.
It's been educational, just not in the way you hoped.
To change. If you think this is bad for us, if you've got children, what do you think their lives are going to be? We got to start standing, people.
Probably a lot shittier because you voted
linking
for
arms
Trump.
Together and helping each other, because this is not how it's supposed to be. Y'all have a good day.
Oh my god, there's so much more shit. Oh my god.
So today is April.
Are they back? Or is this...
That came here yesterday said I don't have a criminal trespass And so he's just being an asshole. So this is the guy.
Oh,
They
this is
called
the
the
neighbor.
cops out. There's a lady behind me in a BMW. This is what they do. So I'm going to get out of here so they leave me alone. But this is the status right now, that these goons, mafia, cartel, these are the people protecting not the people. They don't even care to see my paperwork that I own this house. This is how it works, guys. It's disgusting. And this is Officer Simpson. He's the MPO for the neighborhood that we pay his salary. So that's the black officer at the blue shirt. I don't know who the guy is in the black shirt.
Good God.
So I'm gonna do one more drive-by. Just
Ugh, okay, I don't have time to do more right now. We'll do more, because there's so much more. There's so many more videos. Anyway. So that's where we'll stop the Mel Fletch saga. For now, we will return to her in future Sovereign Citizen streams, I promise. We'll take a look at what happens in particular next week on Monday. She's gonna, apparently, they have to get all the stuff removed by then. But yeah, there's multiple other videos we haven't covered. Oh, there is a video where they got the dumpster.
so
Oh my God, they got a dumpster. We can't do it right now. That's it for today. So we'll cover more of that in the future. Anyway, let's see who we're gonna raid on Twitch. What is Queen Pib up to?
I lived the Cold War.
He sounds excited.
Alright, have a great night, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow for meme stock bullshit. It'll be fun if you haven't seen the Ryan Cohen, what was it on? CNBC interview. Very funny. So definitely check out tomorrow. Alright, see you soon. Have a great night. Bye-bye.